T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kop-Ish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy.
Yeah.
You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Good evening, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome back to another Friday night with Kopish, rival watching Kopish Kall-In, the show where you guys get to call in, ask us questions, leave your comments. You know how it goes, guys. Our favorite show of the week. We think it's your favorite show of the week. Matt Drift, how you guys doing today?
Tired, but blessed though at the same time. Bit tired.
I'll be honest. I can't remember a time I wasn't tired, bro.
For real. Actually, I can tell you. It was before I probably had kids.
Yeah, about 2.5 years ago. Still.
Yeah, for me, it's about 3 years ago. Still, I can't even lie, bro.
2.5 years ago.
It's been a minute.
Indeed. Well, guys, we're going to do it slightly different this evening. So we want to get your thoughts on it. We've already spoken about the games. If you watched our rival watch last night, if you watched our Twitch Prem panel show, you'd have seen last night that we had gone through it with the panel of KG, Aaron, and George. So we've got our predicted scores, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the guys and myself a chance to potentially change any of the scores we've had. So we lock in the scores, and then we're going to speak about one game in particular to see what we think of it. So before we do that, I'm going to read a couple super chats. AceBet Limited says, I missed the Milan game, so I wondered if I can get a quick Kop-Ish scouting report on Kessie. Before that, though, quickly go on Google Maps on your phone and type in empty seats in search in the search bar. Big up. A little dig at the empty had there. Kessie, what did you guys think of Kessie?
He's a good player. He's done tonight. Kessie's, you see Kessie, yeah? He's a workhorse. He would perfectly fit in to how we play if we kind of want to stick to that kind of workhorse midfielder. Technically decent, not amazing, but technically decent. Powerful, athletic. He's robust. He gets about the pitch. And he's on a free next summer because he hasn't signed a new deal.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, do you think he looked a bit leggy in the game?
I think he looked a bit henchy in the game.
But no, that's how he's built.
Yeah. He's Burner Kessie, we call him.
So when you say leggy, Pal, sorry, do you mean like he's been doing leg day every day or leg?
No, he looked. I think he visibly looked tired. He said he's Ngani with feet.
Nah, he's wham.
He is big. Still.
Let me ask you guys a question: Kessie or Basuma?
Basuma. Because Basuma, the reason being is because I think Basuma, you see the technical quality of Basuma, I think it kind of, for me, it's like a level above Kessie. And not only that, I think Basuma being better to kind of dare I say it, I won't say cover more ground, but he's lighter on his feet. So in a sense of he's a bit more nimble. Obviously not as strong, but when it comes to the technical aspect, I think he's better than Kessie. Obviously, Kessie's better in the physical. But I just think Basuma would just fit the Prem straight away. Just straight away. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas Kessie, in fact, no, Kessie wouldn't even need adapting, to be fair. But I just prefer Basuma in it.
I don't think Kessie would actually fit into our style in that way. I just think it would be good to have something different. I actually think that he isn't the typical Klopp type of player. I feel like he's more of like a Man United or a Chelsea style player if you want to talk about typically.
You
But it
think?
would be nice. It would be nice to have that type of different player in our team, though. Do you get what I mean?
I think
He's like a doubly hench Wijnaldum, if you get what I mean. And like we didn't, you get what I mean? Like that's what he feels like. I think Klopp would make him Wijnaldum, but throw his weight around more. That's what I think Klopp would do with him. Whereas in Chelsea or Man U, they'll just say, just go beast up everyone and just be like aggressive. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, fitting at United.
No, but even Chelsea just got a point. But here's the thing: that let's say, for example, Klopp wanted someone to kind of replicate exactly what Wijnaldum, like exactly what he did. Yeah, Kessie could probably play that role for us. No, you think?
Not as well as Basuma, but yeah, probably.
No. I agree with you. I'm saying Basuma's better, but I still think Kessie could still play for Liverpool if he was asked to do the Wijnaldum stuff. But if there's anything more than that, let's say he was asked to dictate play or play those thread and needle passes, then he's not that guy, innit?
Yeah. Genie Houdini says Klopp lifting up Thiago reminded me of the Lion King when Rafiki lifted up Simba. Drifty slept with one eye open last night. 316 kg was after him. Like KG was after all of us. This is what I'm saying, guys. If you haven't subscribed to us on Twitch, you have no idea what you're missing out on. KG absolutely rolled through.
I'm not gonna lie, the WhatsApp group was hilarious after the show.
These, do you know what? Into a little insight, guys. You guys, I don't know whether these guys have seen it, but like, obviously yesterday when I done a preview, I showed the people, the Twitch intro. Just what I'm saying, like, bruv, I thought to play it again. The bass on that Twitch. Listen,
drop it.
Apologies for the countdown, people, but you need to see the full thing.
No. There's a version without it, bro.
Without it?
Yeah. Scroll down. There's a version without it.
Hold on.
I'm sure I'll put that in there.
Are you sure? Let me see. If there is, but don't worry. If not, I'll give them like 4 or 5 seconds. No, I don't think there is.
Leave it in there, no?
No, because I was looking for it yesterday, funny enough.
I must have removed it. In fact, you know what? I'll get it. While Cal's going through a couple of those, I'll get it. Don't worry.
Genie Houdini said the Trent slander is getting annoying. He's asked to do more than the average right back, so his defense takes a hit sometimes. I agree with that. Although I do think you could still improve defensively, but again, he's 22 years old.
Yeah,
and he's grown up in front of us. Literally, he's not been a player that you've bedded in. He's literally got thrown in right at the deep end from the moment Klopp's come in, pretty much. So,
no, I agreed.
I did watch back the goal, and I can't remember which one of you lot said it, but you were right. He was really kind of ball watching for their first goal. He did really let the man run into the space that he shouldn't occupy. And I saw it afterwards. I was like, oh yeah, they were right. It kind of was more Trent than it was Gomez, actually, to be fair, because what Gomez did was Gomez went back to where he should have been. But what should have happened is Trent should have filled in where Gomez had filled in the first place. And you do watch Trent kind of watch the play happen instead of thinking, and getting switched back on and getting back into position. But again, he's asked to do so much. You can't even really be angry at him. Do you know what I mean?
No,
I think him and Gomez were both at fault, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's there now, by the way, Matt, if you
Is it there, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
This is what you guys are missing on Twitch. Just hear the intro, people.
Is that the top clip or at the bottom?
Oh no, I'll play it. It's all right.
I see it. I got it. Yeah? I'm gonna play it now, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's all you're getting. All you're getting.
You didn't even hear the beat drop properly.
Beat. Let me tease them one more time. Are you stupid?
It's just different. It's just different.
Hey, listen, shout out the creator. We know who made the beat. RG, listen. Bro,
different.
All I did is ask him to cook me something up, and he went in the kitchen immediately.
Bro, this is what he does. And look at the thing is, he's so good in the kitchen, he could be out there for months, not bother, and just be like, "Yeah, I might step in there and whip up something." Bro,
different sauce.
Too much.
Different sauce.
Too much.
Ash says, "What do you guys think of Bayern's Yeah. Director of football trolling John Henry
Drift, remember?
saying Liverpool won't sign Haaland because they don't know how to spend money.
Remember I said that in the...
Yeah,
You know
was,
what? To me personally, that's actually top quality banter still. But you know why, innit? He's still a little bit, salty about a certain maestro best midfielder in the world that we have in our team that we 100%. Only paid 20 mil for.
100%. Yeah.
And that's what, Franck, how we don't spend money. We took about 4 months negotiating Thiago.
Bro, and on top of that, it was a payment plan in the end. We were like, yeah, we'll give you 20, but this is how we're going to run it. I'm going to give you 5 this month. I'm going to give you 5 next month. Bro, we took liberties. But
he's just happy. I'm saying we should just be happy, that they aren't like a PSG where they've got so much money that they don't have to consider thinking about whether they're losing money.
Sorry, mods assemble.
If they were anywhere near as like Rago was PSG, who walked away from 170 million, guys. PSG, through their stubbornness and not needing money,
180
walked away from 170 million.
Or 170, whichever it was. Bro,
whatever it was.
Do you know
what? We're lucky Bayern couldn't do that. Or they would have probably done that to us, to be honest.
For real. Yeah. And do you know what? Fabrizio kind of backed it up when he quickly said, what was it? He goes, it was about saving face for PSG. He was like, they care how they look in public, like their public image. And even though they probably look at it now and it's probably wrong for them to kind of turn down that deal, because that deal's amazing, by the way. Like the guy can sign a pre-contract in January. They were like, nah, we set precedent at our club. We're like, we are not going to sell a player if we don't want to sell him. If he leaves on a free, then he leaves on a free. But we ain't selling because we don't want to sell. That's how PSG move, I remember PSG have threatened other clubs, especially Barca in the past, and actually went through one of them.
Thiago, when they wanted
Furthermore, they kind of went through with 2 when you think about it, because they got Neymar and Messi.
Yeah, they ripped Barca's soul out still.
Bro, that's kind of peak.
I still think the last laugh is with Real Madrid, though, if I'm being completely honest, when they get Mbappe for free. If you think about the world's best talent for the next generation going to your club for free,
I think they they push for Haaland as well.
I think they will. I think they're going to try to get both.
Oh, what, you think PSG will replace him with
No, I think Real Madrid will try and push for Haaland as well as Mbappe.
Well, they might as well. They get Mbappe for free, bro. They might as well just go all out, innit?
Yeah. Vitu says, Drifty, Gomez was in line with Robbo. Saw him and Robbo were on the same page. Matip was caught out. Trent was out of position. I don't get how some people blame Gomez so easily.
That was the second goal, bro. The first goal wasn't Matip. The second goal was Matip. I'm talking about the first goal, because the first goal was the one where Gomez was playing the onside. But I get what you mean about the second goal. Matip kind of was at fault for the second goal. I don't think anyone can blame Gomez for the second goal. But I love Gomez, bro. So I do defend Gomez, because a lot of people, I think, are just waiting for him to make mistakes and go, I told you he's not that good. So I agree. There is a lot of unnecessary hate for Gomez. But you can't. You do have to be honest and call a spade. And he was playing the player on when the ball was played through for the first goal. But I still feel like it was more Trent was ball watching. If you go back and watch it again, Trent really ball watched that whole move unfold.
Trent was out of position for real. He was.
Old School Tunes 80 says that intro is sick. I'm gonna start dropping some lyrics. Hey, do it. Do it. Anyone who comes out with the best Kop-Ish lyrics, we may throw you on the dubs still. We may throw you on the dubs.
Back to back with
A-Spec Limited says Google Maps legit takes you to the Etihad when you type in empty seats.
No way.
On this subject, do you think City will be seen as a big club if they win the Champions League? Can I answer this one, guys?
Yeah, go on.
See, when I did the Lad Bible thing with the Man City fan, he was furious with me. I saw in the comments, how can you say they're not a big club? For a team to be a big club, they have to tick all the boxes. Success, fan base, legacy, future, as well as that extra bit of sauce. City will have the legacy because they are going to be successful because of the money they spend, but it is clear they do not have the fans like that. They don't, and people keep on saying
it'll take 10 years, Cal.
No, but here's the thing though. You say it'll take 10 years because you're based out on Chelsea drift, but check it. All the fan base, check it. All the fan bases that have got bigger fan bases than them in the league right now. Liverpool, gigantic. Man United, gigantic. Chelsea, getting there. Arsenal, gigantic. Tottenham, bigger than City still. Dare I say, you could look at an Everton. Everton pack out their stadium pretty much every week.
It is hard to try for the Etihad, though.
No,
but yeah, they probably do have
about
more
40 something in it. Everton must be about
no,
40
no.
something.
I think Goodison's only like 32, you know, bro, or something like that.
No way. Swear
Goodison's
down.
quite small, you know.
No, 40 something. No,
I beg you
Is it not
Google that if you
42?
can, please, Matt, bro.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I'm sure Goodison's small though.
But my point is though, Drift, they're in the Champions League. They're selling their tickets on Voucher, Uni Days, and all these places for
39,500.
Yeah, just right in the 30s, almost 40, almost 40.
Might as well call it 40, but yeah.
they fill up their stadium. But Man City having to sell. And look, I'm not even trying to use this to banter. Like, I get the working class, I get people have been hit tough by COVID, etc. So money isn't just there. But I'll be real with you. You see Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, all these clubs, they will get close to capacity pretty much every single game. We sold out Anfield when we played when our under 18s played Shrewsbury that season where we went to the Club World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. We sold out our under 18s.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not going to sit here and take the mick out of anyone who's trying to get tickets at City. Right? I'm not even. This is not the point of what I'm saying. But the fact remains, they struggle to fill their stadium regularly. The atmosphere just isn't there. So I get what you're saying, Drift. It might take 10 years, but honestly, Drift, when you look at how fans are nowadays, fans aren't just following teams either. They're following players as well. Ronaldo has just taken a bag of Real Madrid fans to Man United. Messi
100%.
just taken a bag of Barcelona fans to PSG. Man City, as great as they are from a footballing sense, they just don't have that global pull. And I don't see them getting those sort of fans because all the others have had such a big head start on them. Like, here's the killer now.
No, they're playing catch up. They can do it, Cal, but they're just playing catch up.
But I don't know if they can though, because here it is, Matt.
Yeah.
We've both got 2 kids each. So when they go to school, God willing, touch wood, they're going to be Liverpool fans, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
They could potentially influence a couple of their friends to be Liverpool fans. Then you're going to have the Man U fans. How many City fans do we even know in London? Let's be honest. And again, that's no shade.
That's true.
But the glory hunt is fun though, Cal, because that's Chelsea and Man United are proof. They like winning.
United had fans for a time still.
No, they did. But everyone in my school who supported them, for example, was glory hunting because of the previous years of success. Do you get what I mean?
Like, but Man United, I think
we say that though, but parents play a key role as well. One of the main reasons I support Liverpool because my older brother as well. So it's like
that's true. But I do believe
the other way as well.
Anybody outside of Manchester who started supporting Man United in the 90s, in my opinion, it was glory hunting. I'm not even saying there's anything wrong with it because it's kind of just how things go in football, right? But they were glory hunting. Because if you don't live in Manchester, there is a chance that your dad could have been a Manchester United fan and whatever, of course. But like, we do have to be honest. Like, I mean, I can only go off my own experience. I remember being at school, being a youngster. You're really young. You're very highly influenced by everyone else. And at that time, David Beckham is like this amazing idol, and Scholes is killing it. Keane in midfield. You got all the, and like everyone was just gravitating towards Man United out of their winning habit, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like a large portion of Man U fans will glory hunting, and I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. I feel like that's how most clubs pick up their fans. And that's why I feel Man City will eventually pick up their Chelsea. There's a bag of glory hunters who are now Chelsea fans because
again, Drift, they had fans before. Like, I'm not saying they had the global sort of fan base that they've got.
They're the ones I mean, Cal. I'm talking about the globals. That's what I mean. Like that was the glory. You know what I mean? Like that was the glory.
If you're talking about global, then I fully understand that. Because I was just thinking, you know, like when I'm thinking about back in the day, I was like in my school, thinking of it now. It was very rare for there to be a lot of Liverpool fans. It was me and maybe a couple of people, but the majority were like Man United and Arsenal. Then you had a tiny sprinkle bit of Chelsea, but those were the 4 like teams that I remember like growing up. And I think Man United have always had that fan base, but maybe in the 90s you are right because obviously Man United would have been winning trophies, and people would have kids would have been drawn onto that. So fair play. But I think they've always had that standard because you got to look at it like this as well. Liverpool and Man United are the two biggest teams in England, so they're gonna have a fan base all around the world, no matter where, no matter what year, whether it's the 60s, 70s, 80s. Liverpool and Man United, specifically those two, will always be bigger. And I think Arsenal, for me, a lot of the Arsenal fans, especially if they grew up in the kind of Wenger era as well, especially like early Wenger, like maybe just like obviously after Bruce Rio, that's when you got a lot of the Arsenal fans came in as well. Maybe like the Ian Wright days as well. So,
you know, credit to Arsenal, yeah. I think they've probably got the least glory hunter fan base out of all of the big clubs, based on the fact that being in London. No, because I'll say being in London, kind of, a lot of people will always say, I wanted to support a club that I could go to regularly. And I feel like picking Arsenal, if you're a Londoner, can't really be looked at as glory hunting if that club is in your city, if you get what I mean. Like, a lot of people will always link glory hunting to, well, you live here and your club's all over there. Why do you support that club?
Yeah, that's a stupid analogy.
It is stupid, but like, I'll probably say based on that fact that Arsenal's probably got the least glory hunter fans out of all the big clubs, probably.
Here's the thing, though. We say that because we live in London. I'd actually love to know from anyone in the chat who's not from London what the Arsenal fans are like outside of London. How many you see on or speak to on a regular basis? Just what the numbers are like. I'd be really intrigued to know, because we're so reclused in London. We kind of sometimes forget about outside London what the actual, apart from Liverpool, because obviously we keep an eye on what happens in Liverpool, but the other parts of England. Got a shout out to Stro as well, Demo Dre as well. Growing up in Jamaica, never seen a City fan in my life. Then they won the league. I'm seeing 30, 40-year-old men in City jersey.
Bro,
that's
facts.
It's true.
That is
and this is what I'm saying, guys. So in 10 years,
one-man City fan.
A regular thing. This is what I'm saying. Trust me.
Out of my whole lifetime, I've come across one-man City fan. That's from school. That's from secondary school. That's from college. That's to university. That's to work. One Man City fan.
I've not known any.
And I have to give him credit, actually. But then again, I met him kind of like work time. So I don't even know when he became. I think he became a City fan. I mean, actually, no, he admitted it to me because he was like, oh, when they got Fabinho, I was like, you're not a real fan then. No, because I want to see blood, sweat, and tears from the days of Sean Goater and them, man.
Yeah.
You know, like and Paolo One Chop from
Nicky
Denver.
Weaver.
Centurion, 100 points for
Trevor
saying
Sinclair.
And Liverpool runtings over there. Yeah, I like that.
We like to hear. Geordie T says, my younger sister who is 10 is a City fan, and some of her class are too. It is growing, but slowly. She only chose them because they were winning. Facts. That will happen.
And then she'll be a teenager. And then she'll have a kid when she's in her 20s, and then the City fans will grow. Trust me, they will have.
I'm not saying they won't. I just don't know if they'll grow at the rate of a Chelsea or a Man United, because those two clubs are already established so much.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's easier to support a club that had more history, kind of thing. Like, I get what you mean. Like, Chelsea are an established Premier League team, even if they weren't amazing. So it was easier to. Yeah, I get what you mean. But I think the City fans, they're all young now. They'll grow. They're only 8, 9, 10. That's why we don't know who they are. I'm telling you. In 10 years' time, they're going to be running their gums. What? And guys, I'm a little bit jealous. Imagine if it was easy to get a Liverpool ticket. It was only 15 quid as well. I'm a little bit jealous of them City fans being able to get them tickets so easy, you know.
But that's them trying to encourage people to come to the game because they saw the numbers were low.
But you know,
I would love to go watch Liverpool for £15. Oh my days! Can you imagine?
Did you hear the joke though? The fans clapped back at Pep. I saw an article.
They did. No, it was the head of. Was it the head of some sort of relations there?
Man said stick to like coaching, managing like, and coaching. Like, don't talk about us going to games. I was like,
what, an actual City fan did that?
No, someone who works at City said that.
Oh wow.
Bro, it's peak. Like, Pep is really.
Oh,
do you know what it is? Yeah?
The wheels are coming off.
Nah, the wheels are.
Lovely.
And you know
Lovely.
Why? Let's be honest. We're talking about Pep, world-class bad boy Guardiola, who's used to being in 115,000 capacity stadium. And he's probably looking around and thinking, what's going on here?
Yeah, they can't. Do you know what it is?
Pep
we
can't
had
say nothing, no. I don't feel sorry for Pep. Pep knew what he was getting himself into. I don't feel sorry for him.
No, he did. I genuinely think, but I've got a funny feeling. He genuinely thought because I think Pep always backs himself. He probably thought, by the time I finish with my Man City legacy, that stadium should be like fully packed out, like every night, bro.
How's he feel now?
So we don't have the capacity.
They're in trouble. I'd love to see how. I'd love to see if this becomes an issue. I would genuinely love to see if this becomes an issue.
It might. For him,
I hope so.
Imagine if you was the world's best actor, Cal, right? You was Denzel. You're the shit. And every time you go to work, there's only about 30 people in the crowd, and there can be about 20,000 in where you are. Eventually, you're gonna feel like, what's the point in you killing it every night, right?
You'd stand there and go, man, you're gonna do this to me?
People, yeah. Actually, can I do it now? Do you know if anyone can,
better Pelican bite.
If anyone can, I beg you, DM me the you know when Pep starts crying over Guerrero, it's like we cannot replace him. I need that. We need that video on this show tonight. Someone send me it so I can sort that out for the show, please. I'm gonna look for it now while we're talking if I can find it. But if someone can find it, DM me on Twitter quickly. Someone's gonna send that
up for the show. I'm gonna be gone. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, bro, we cannot replace him.
I shout out to George, who does the perfect Pep impersonation.
You know what?
George is
Perfect,
a legend.
Perfect.
Mr. Dare say it says no way it actually shows that Etihad for empty seats when you search it. LFT Sports says Arsenal fans are the same fools out of London.
Oh, yeah, big up LFT. He came on the other day. He come on was it yesterday?
Oh, yes, indeed. Big up.
Oh yeah, you know, I big up yourself for that, bro. I noticed that you was holding down the fort and you did a little calling.
Come on now. Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah, that was big.
Geordie T said, just on that note, Liverpool and United dominate here in Ireland is crazy. They could fill a stadium with fans just from Dublin alone.
That don't surprise me though.
We're just different. Us and Man United are just different. We're different. Ash says if Pep don't win the Champions League, it'll be his 7th attempt with City and over $1 billion in the hole. Does he have to walk away?
Hold on, 7th attempt.
Has he?
Yeah, because he'd been there for 7 years.
Like, is this his 7th year?
No, I think he's talking about at the end of the contract he has that runs out next year. I think Guardiola's in his 6th season at the moment, and then by the time his contract ends, he'll have had 7 years.
I didn't even realize he's been there that long, you know.
Do you know what? To answer that super chat, one thing I will say though, guys, I know we like to banter and we like to make jokes or whatever, and with all the money spent, Guardiola probably should have done a lot better. But if you take the banter out and you actually do speak logically, when you think that the Champions League has been going for, am I correct in saying over 50 years the European Cup has been a thing, right? Like it's been a long time. And even clubs with the history of a Liverpool have 6. Bayern Munich have 6. Like we're talking about the biggest clubs in the world, and they've only got that. Man United, look how big, they've only got 3. I think people are putting a bit too much on Pep should have won the Winning the Champions League ain't it's not for everybody. Like there are big, huge, gigantic clubs.
No, but you've got it's not the way he's gone. It's the way he's gone out though, Drift. That's the problem. Like, that Chelsea game, he overthought what he was trying to do.
Yeah, he should have won.
They should have won it last year. They should have won it last year.
Leon went out to Leon.
Yeah.
You can't be going out to them teams when you spend so much money.
But then again, the amount of money Chelsea spent, they weren't underdogs like the whole media tried to make that game out, in my opinion.
No, I'm not. But they still won it before that. This is their 2nd now, though.
Yeah, I get that.
A-Spec says, I'm from Sheffield. A lot of Arsenal supporting friends and family members supported them because of Henry in particular, the Caribbean tribute he did. Yes, that's very true.
It makes sense now. True. It makes Ramsdale. It makes sense. Sheffield, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense. It makes sense. Make it make sense. It does. Ramsdale, Sheffield United. I get you, bro.
Jamie Phillips says, breaking news. My mate Trigger is back. He knocked on my door today. Scary thing is, he didn't know where I lived. I hope you're well, Jamie. Ritu says, Nagelsmann says NFL is ahead of football as quarterbacks have earpieces to communicate with coaches. He wants that in football. So scenario, if that was reality and you managed Liverpool, what would you say to Adrian versus Atletico?
Oh my! Do you know what I'll say to Adrian?
Leg movement. Leg movement.
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat what I'm going to say because I've got little man on my lap at the moment and I don't want to get him saying stuff he shouldn't be saying.
Was that from the Holly Home team? No.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was Rousey.
Sorry, I meant Rousey. Sorry. It's Rousey. No, it's Bro, you know it's bad when you're getting lit up and all you can see is someone with their arms like this and they're doing this.
Yeah.
Bro, it was horrible. She was getting lit up,
That was a beating. That was actually a beating. Liam Kenny says, remember that Australian pre-season 90,000 sellout belting You'll Never Walk Alone again.
That was amazing. I remember that. That was kind of like spine tingling, goosebumps.
Yeah. Doogie said Liverpool fans filled 100-seater stadium in Australia. We around the world we do it. We do it around the world. Like that is 100%. Why we're such a marketable club. Like we are
pre-season and that, you know.
All right, guys, I've got footage of this is what Carl was saying to Adrian in the earpiece.
Move your blood clot.
I'm not gonna lie, I just and this would be Adrian's response to what I'm saying to him.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
But jokes aside, though, I don't think that would even work. Players are close enough to hear the manager's instructions without them needing an earpiece.
You don't need that, bro. You don't
and
need
certain
that.
Certain man can't like, you know, like I'm gonna use a stereotype here. They say that men can't multitask, right? If I'm talking to him actually in his ear, I'm distracting him. It'd be better if I just shut up and just let him.
Yeah, it's even worse.
Do whatever it is that he's actually going to do.
Do you know what Adrian would do? Do you know what Adrian would do? As you just said that, you just made me think of something. You'll be trying to speak to him. His finger functioning, it'd be like, what? What'd you say? But go. And you're like, bruv.
God forbid the reception goes funny as well. Bro. What if the reception goes funny on the day as well?
Yeah, and once it's someone that you know when it you get that bad like kind of like if there's two mics close together, you get that mad like that feedback.
Man's about to take a penalty, you just go.
You know, someone like Bielsa would just have a little interference thing in it. Like,
Bielsa just be on the sideline with the megaphone, like, you're going to miss. Right, big up John Conway. Man. I'm a Liverpool fan for over 40 years. You'll Never Walk Alone. Huge.
That's big right there.
That's legacy right there.
Legacy, bro.
All right, guys. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to read out the score predictions we've got for some of the games of our rivals this weekend, and then we're going to be given a chance. In fact, I was going to say we'd be given a chance to change all of them. We can only change one score if we choose to.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. Imagine this brother in your ear.
All right. Yeah.
Me, cool. Me. Head it, me. Head it. Me. Head it. There we go.
No, you know what's funny though? Because me would forget his name is me. So he'd be like, Gaffer, why'd you keep talking about yourself? What do you want, bruv? Like,
what do you want from me? What, me? Go long. You can imagine Daesh using the basics. You know what we used to like use when we used to play football? Like, you know that them certain sayings. It's like,
like the park, like the ones from the park. Yeah.
Them basic ones.
Put it in the mixer.
Nah, he's got free drip. Head it.
Take him on.
Head it, go long, and the man or the ball. Those are his free.
That is probably just
the ball.
Rose there, free group.
Both of you can.
No, that would be the one count. One of you.
And you know when Sean Dash loses it, he's like, DEFCON 3 collateral. Stop, bro.
Yard Dyche would be very good as well. Still,
Yard Dyche would be too much, you know.
Island Dyche would be hilarious. Acebeck says, when I fell in love with football, I was hooked on John Barnes and Ian Wright. Thank God I chose Barnes. I'd like, but big up Uncle Wright, though. Indeed,
that's a perfect way to look at it. Still,
trust me.
If it weren't for Barnes, I would have probably been an Arsenal fan as well. Still,
I was just thinking of that one point. Sorry, from Yusuf, but make that yours. Head it.
Put a name on it.
Dyche, I'd switch off my headpiece if Dyche was in my ear. I'd switch off my headpiece.
Yeah, for real. I just say that my battery ran out.
You've got a helmet in NFL, all jokes aside. That's what would make that a lot easier. Earpiece would probably just keep falling out.
Yeah, it would keep just falling out.
Yeah, for real. There's no way of holding that thing in place.
Especially when you get tackled. You could even hurt yourself. If you got fouled and you fell on it and it was like, you know what I mean? You could even hurt yourself. So, yeah, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. Because the earpiece is attached to the helmet, if I'm correct, right? Yeah. It's not in the ear. It's actually like in the headset, isn't it? So, yeah, it's a bit different.
All right, so let's go through the games then. Speaking of Dyche, Burnley versus Arsenal. So I'm gonna read back our predictions. Matt, you said 2-1 to Burnley. I said 2-0 to Burnley. Drift, you said 1-0
to Arsenal.
To Arsenal. So I'm sticking with Burnley.
I'm sticking with mine. I'm sticking with
1-0 Arsenal.
Drift, do you think so? Them are gonna come to Turf Moor and them are gonna roll over Burnley in the backyard. You're mad. You must be mad, Drifty. That can't run down a Turf Moor. You have Gaza, you have Gully, and you have Turf Moor. War go run pan Arsenal. Them call themselves Arsenal. Them have a cannon. Them naga have the artillery to do us nothing. Them done. Me can't wait to see Teta in the technical area. Car. When me give him the handshake, him I gonna know where I gonna come next. Wood, to give Wood to White.
I might change it.
Wood is going to give Wood to White. Barnes is going to sell Gabriel back to Brazil. Them can't do nothing. When me tell you, say Brown Hill, I go wrap up the defense early. Party him naga party tomorrow. They can't run. It can't run. Dance hall, I go run pan Turf Moor tomorrow. Them can't beat us. Me think say it might be 3 or 4, but boy, you don't really want to get ahead of yourself. Let me tell you something. Them not have the capacity, as Newman would say. Look. Look. Let me tell you something. Arteta is not in my league. Not in him dreams, not by my regime. Big up my father. But when we go tomorrow to the game, 3 o'clock, by 5 o'clock, you're going to see where really is. Bounty Killer, Sizzler, them are go right enough play for Burnley. Nobody no business about Arsenal no more. Since Henry and them man and Patrick leave, me no business. Only Vieira me care about are the Sony in at the front room. Me no business about nothing else. Burnley, we are gonna do it. It done. Ba la 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 la. Nah, I'm done. I'm actually done, bro. Man said, la 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 la.
It's done. I'm telling you, they're not ready. Arsenal ain't ready for that game.
They're not ready, bro. Sean Dyche needs to see this impression as well. I can't even lie, bro.
No, he doesn't.
No, he does.
No,
you need to meet him.
Aside.
You need to meet him.
No.
Just so you can stand and look at him and go, ba la 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 la.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even want that smoke with Sean Dyche. I'm not even gonna lie.
No. Someone needs to send that to Dyche. I don't care. Bro, I'm telling you for now, he'll find that funny.
I doubt it, Matt.
Yeah. I doubt it, bro.
Actually, you probably
for a lot of reasons, I doubt it, bro.
You're probably right still. You're probably right. Certain reasons for real.
That would be like, this is why I wanted Brexit.
Oh, man. I swear McNeil's getting paler, but yeah, we
will. Liverpool versus Palace. Matt, you said 3-1 Liverpool. I said 2-0 Liverpool. Drift, you said 2-1 Liverpool. You gonna change any of those?
Which game, sir?
Liverpool Palace.
No, I'm gonna stick with it.
What did you say, Drift? Did you say 1-0? You said
2-1. 2-1.
Oh, 2-1. Oh, okay. What did I say? Count 3-1, innit? I said 3-1.
Yeah, you said 3-1.
Cool.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
I'm cool with that.
City versus Southampton. We all said 5-0 to City.
It's gonna be a beating.
That's gonna be a beating.
Oh, they've got no players left. Don't get me wrong. If this was last season, it still would have been a beating. But I would have maybe said like Southampton could got maybe like 2 goals because of Ings. But nah.
I'll be honest. As I said yesterday, for the last couple of seasons, they've held 9 each season. Tomorrow could be the day still.
It could be date night for them, innit? For real, where they just get another 9. Oh, them finish. They can't run.
Oh man.
West Ham versus Man United. Matt, you said 3-1 United. I said 3-2 United. Drift, you said 3-1 United.
I'm gonna stick with that. I'm tempted to change it to 3-0 United, but it is at the London Stadium, so I'm gonna stick with 3-1.
Yeah, I'm sticking with mine as well. Man United are gonna win this game, unfortunately. Oh my days! I forgot to do my fantasy team. I'm vexed. I'm vexed.
We got a little update for the people for that today, going into
so have
Flip's sake, because I was supposed to make 2 changes because I would have had to make 2 to fit this person in. I'm absolutely fuming, but at least I get 2. Well, I'll have, if I didn't make a change, I'll get 2 changes next week. I'll get 2 free transfers. So.
And then Spurs versus Chelsea. We all said 3-1 to Chelsea.
I'm gonna stick with that. So I wanna exercise my one change.
Go for it, Drift. What were you saying?
2-1 Arsenal in the Burnley game, not 1-0.
Okay.
I think they'll let in a goal. I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal in the Burnley.
This is to Arsenal, by the way, not Burnley.
Yeah. 2-1 Arsenal. Yeah.
You must say blood clot, mad if you think so. We are gonna see do it tough, man. You must say blood clot, man.
Oh, bro.
Matt, anything you want to change?
Nah, do you know what? There's none I want to change, Nah. Yeah, I'm gonna act like it's fantasy league. So I'm gonna you see next week, I'm gonna have 2 changes if I want to make 2 changes. I might store them.
This is EE, bruv, not Sky, no rollover, bruv.
You say, once the date is gone, the date is gone.
Yeah, once the date is gone, it's your fault, bruv. You should have used
it. Man's on a rolling contract, bro. No, I'm only joking. No, but I don't want to change any. No, I'm keeping mine the same. I want to keep mine the same.
Cool. I respect that, Matt. I respect that. I also respect to you as well because makes sense. Makes sense. I'm going to keep everything the same simply because I don't want to overthink it now.
Yeah.
That's the thing as well. Yeah, and you can do that. The more you dwell on it, the more you're like, oh, maybe. No, I'm sticking to mine still.
Fair dues. All right. We're going to open the phone lines shortly. What I do want to ask you guys before we open the phone lines, I don't want to spend more than sort of 2 to 5 minutes on it. We saw Divock Origi play against AC Milan, and we've seen what happened over on the terrace with that. We've addressed that behind the scenes and all that. I thought it was a bit mad. Do you think, though, this is a season where, because of the lack of transfer activity, we could actually get a tune out of Origi potentially, because we will actually have to play him as well as Minamino this season? Or am I just being?
Well, have you not seen the post game interview from Klopp after the AC Milan game? Have you not seen it? He actually said, and I'm not quoting him word for word, but this is pretty much paraphrasing what he said. Origi is a very, very, very good footballer. Based on his contract situation, is why we wanted to sell him. And I'm really shocked no other club actually realized what a talent they could get for the price we were selling him at. That's a paraphrase, but now he's here. Fuck it. I'm going to use him because I think he's good. That's basically what Klopp said in his interview. And I was quite shocked that Klopp actually openly said, I wanted Origi to go and have a career somewhere, and I'm shocked nobody paid for it. Klopp never talks about transfers. It was so weird to hear him say that. It was so weird, but it was on the basis of the guy who asking the question saying, like, right, it's a shock you played him. And then his kind of answer was, why is it a shock? He's a great player. But then what frustrated me was, if you know he's good, why didn't you use him last year?
I think Klopp's playing a bit of mind games here. I'm not going to lie, Drift.
Mate, but then
I think he's trying to keep his value. Just
but he knows he's going for free cow, so there's no point.
Because we could sell him in January. If a club gets desperate, we could sell him in January.
I mean, yeah,
potentially, yeah, we could potentially.
But then that would really be being stupid in our own pursuit.
Unless we're able to get someone else in to replace him in January.
I don't know. I know everyone thinks I'm always just being biased when we talk about Origi, so it's hard to say things about people thinking I'm just like going on an agenda or whatever. But I just feel like just utilize the boy's talent, man. He's a good player, man. I've been saying it and I'll always say it. And I know I might go overboard in defense of him. But I think that's just more because people go overboard in their attacks. Hence, you making that point, Cal, of like that unnecessary, horrible tyrant of a rant on a man who ain't done nothing to even deserve even bad. Like, you can rate Origi or you can not rate him.
Yeah.
But what the man's done for the club, if you don't rate him, just keep it to yourself and quietly say it if someone asks you. To abuse him is really disrespectful based on what he did for the club. Like, I don't know. It's weird, man.
Again, see, I've worked with Sonny before, and I was very surprised at how he conducted himself in that, because, like, don't get me wrong, he does have some hot takes sometimes, but usually he's able to kind of unemotionally back up why he says what he says, whereas this time it did seem like a bit of a personal attack. Like, I would love to really actually speak to Sonny on a one-to-one level to see why he kind of has that such a disdain and dislike, because that seemed a bit venomous for my liking. But I don't really want to speak about him behind his back like that either, because I'd say all of this and just want to actually answer. But it did seem like it come from a bit of a dark place, that little rant, which wasn't nice to see, because I don't really think a player like Origi deserves that. Like, don't get me wrong, if someone was to say, yeah, you should move him on because he's not good enough, yeah, fair enough. But he doesn't cause problems behind the scenes from what we know. He's done the scholarship in Liverpool. Every time he trains, he's been good, because if he wasn't, then Klopp would have got rid of him regardless of price or whatever. Klopp would have just pushed him out the door like we saw with Sacco. Like, he's doing something right. So I thought it was a bit harsh, and I kind of hope we don't see stuff like that happen again. Redhead said the first Jamaican diet impression was hilarious. The one about nutrition and science, LOL.
I remember that still.
Also, lads, seriously needs a pattern basement business sense. We might have to still. I feel like we might have been lost out now, though, innit? Because
everyone uses that now, the basement.
Yeah, but I'm sure we can go back to the dates and we can put them up and make it.
That's true. We've got the tape, so
we've got the tape. You know what I'm saying?
Go back, bro.
LFT Sports TV says Sean Dyche's message to Arsenal ahead of tomorrow's game: them God like dog, afraid to come to yard, banga banga banga.
My days.
New report saying Cater is close to a new deal. Do you think this means Ox doesn't get one? I can see both needing I can see both being needed in a reshuffle.
Ox
Have
is
to
a
wait
brand
and
new
see.
father. He needs the money more still. It's a bit hard.
Yeah, I fully agree with that, bro.
Man said it's a new fight. Man,
Bruv,
needs
I've been
that
thinking
fee,
about
bruv.
making my own formula, bruv. You got man in the bando cooking up all types of narcotics, bro. I'm looking to cook up the SMA and that Aptamil and that hip organic.
Okay, the hip organic, you know. Trust
Right.
me.
Hey, you wanna know how you know that shit is overpriced? Because they keep it behind the counter in the supermarket.
But
But
they put the
100%,
tag on
they
it,
put
bruv.
the tag on it. The security
Yeah,
tags
bro,
on it, fam.
it's behind
Like
the
it's
counter,
alcohol or
bro.
something. Like it's some
I would-
serious goods.
I'll never forget, yeah. I bought it at Tesco and they forgot to take part of the tag off, bro. You see, when I walked out, the alarm went off, bro. I've never seen security man sprint me so quick. Hey, sir, wait!
He's got the SMA. He's got the SMA.
I was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'll pay for it. I had the receipt in my hand, so I just was doing that. He's like, I need to check that. He's like, you got a new kid, have you? I was like, what's up? What's it to you, bro?
What's it? That's what I'm saying.
He's like,
You
I
gotta
need to
do-
check this. A man's proper scan the receipt. He's like, I see. They didn't take the tag off properly. I was like, all right, big man, it's just powder in it. Just add water to it, big man. I'm not gonna sacrifice my life over this packet of hip organic in it. Like, allow
Feeding
me.
in his squad. All right, sorry.
Imagine
Easy
if
winning
they
1-0.
if they rugby tackled you, Cal. That would have been hilarious.
I'd have been livid, bro.
Oh yeah, it would have been funny for you, but yeah.
Promo said, watch Drifty gas that Origi pass to Salah in the future. Great half volley pass to It's fact, bro. It is fact. I'd love to see how you're gonna twist this one, Drew.
I'm gonna. It was like ice cream, and it was a double scoop.
Nah, that assist was cold. That assist was cold.
Come on, guys. People in the chat. You can't shade Origi for that pass, surely. Like that was a beautiful
No. You can't. That's
But back onto
muddy.
Cater though. Cater getting a new contract. What's your thoughts on that, guys?
2 years left currently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 2 years.
Makes sense from a financial point. But what I hope is it's a 1 year extension to still have a 2 year thing to negotiate with. If they give him a brand new deal that's like 4 or 5 years long, I think that's very financially silly, considering we're supposed to always think money first. Because if he ends up continuing to be the same Naby, remember, this ain't shade, I'm just being genuine. For the last 3 years, he's been injured the whole time. You give him another 4 year deal when he's injured for another 3 years, you've wasted money, and we're a club that apparently can't waste money. Do you get what I mean? So I would find it very silly financially if we gave him longer than just a 1 year extension to just hold his value to sell him in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? When it comes to a Liverpool contract, sometimes there's like a sort of like a hidden plan behind it. Because what they sometimes do is, and I've seen this before, so I think Harry Wilson's been out on loan before and he signed a new deal before he left. There's been a couple of players that we've sent on loan and they've signed these new deals because it's to keep their value up. And the things with Kate, he's got 2 years left, yeah. So I think if he's gonna sign a new deal, I'm gonna go out on a limb or whim, so to speak, or whatever it is, and say he probably signs a 2 year extension. And I think that's more a case of they kind of half believe in him. So let's just say all fails, and let's say he has another bad season of injuries or whatever. He'll have enough years on his deal where they can ask for full whack. If it does end up going well, then he's got enough kind of good couple 2 years to actually like kind of satisfy him and make him feel comfortable. That's why I kind of feel like they might do the 2 year kind of extension. Do I think he deserves it though? As things stand, I have to be honest and say he doesn't deserve it. But in my opinion, the only way he can change that around would be this season. And it's all about this season for me. Because if he has another season where we all come to the end of the season and we're all like, oh yeah, Kate had about 5-6 games, but then he just got injured again. It's like, well, we don't need that in our team. Like one thing we don't need is injury-prone players, as we've seen with the loss of Wijnaldum. So that's my thoughts on it anyway.
I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with all of that. What about you, Drift?
I disagree. You should get the 2. As I said, I just think 1 because then he would still have 2 years left at the end of this year to hold value. Because if you think about it, a 2 year contract is actually top value in today's market. I think only 1 year is when you start seeing the drop in the value. I think 2's enough. And you know what? You can always revisit it. Like, let's be honest. I think Suarez or Coutinho, one of those guys, got 2 contracts within the space of a year after performing well. If we do a 1-year extension to hold his thing, and then he has a brilliant season and deserves to be given a new deal, then I don't even mind if they revisit again and then give him another year extension after that or something, because he kind of proved himself a bit. But at the moment, that contract can only be to maintain his value. It cannot be because they feel like they want him around. And again, not with any disrespect, I just feel like he's too injury prone. And it's not, but he's actually had a good season so far this year. So far, so good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, people, we're going to open the phone line. But before we do, we've got a shout out to our sponsors, FansBet. Make sure you go and check out FansBet, people. A great organization. We're delighted to be partnering up with them. This season, we've teamed up with FansBet, the fan-led sports betting company committed to supporting charities and causes which are important to fans. So not only are they a betting organization, but they also give back to charities as well. We are part of this scheme, and we are giving back to the Marina Dalglish Foundation as well. And make sure you check them out on fansbet.com. That is fansbet.com, and claim your free £10 bet. As things stand, it is your free-to-play bet over this weekend means you could win up to 10,000 free bets. That is 10k. Matt Drift, if you won £10,000, what would you do with that money?
Whew! That's a lot of money to win, bro. I'm gonna be real, but
I'll buy a new whip.
I'll be sensible, and I'll probably save it and just like use it on a rainy day. That's what I'll do. But I've got to say that because I've got kids in it, and the missus is next door.
Actually, don't you know what? Set a good example. You're right, man. I'd put it in my savings as well. And in fact, actually, I'm being serious. I'll put it towards a mortgage.
Fair play.
You lot would be sensible with it, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
I'll actually put it towards a mortgage.
I'll say that now, and then what I'll probably do is I'll probably go and use about 2k of that on FansBet again and try and win some more.
Speak for yourself. I'm going hard, baby. I'm going to spend all that money. Yeah. I know, guys. Make sure you check out FansBet. Great organization. We're delighted to have partnered up with them.
They're serious. We're with them.
If
we're with them. They're serious.
Indeed.
Right, only thing I treat myself to is a bottle of Ryanair.
I'd probably spend the money on baby milk still. You don't see me shotting out on the roadside like, what's Cal doing? You want that Tim all year, big man? Yeah, price has gone up on the street.
Oh, no. It'd be like, that's got a new thing, organic, You don't know about organic. You crazy.
You know what they call it on the roads? No burp, fam. They call it no burp. Your little one's gonna drink this. You ain't even gonna need to wind him, fam. Yeah. Yeah, price has gone up though. Remember that.
Automatic thing. It's automatic thing, innit? Automatic thing.
I got that.
Man ain't gonna do nothing, Man ain't gonna do nothing, blood. Just feed the youth them, yeah. Man could just go do your thing, blood. It's all like
you're
that.
Gonna sleep 12 hours for this organic thing. Remember what I told you? No burp. Tell all the man them about it, yeah?
Organic things, Organic things.
But to be honest, I wouldn't need to win big to get a case of apple juice. That's a pretty standard thing in my life at the moment.
But I can imagine beep, beep, beep. Like, oh, what's going on? What? Like, it sounds like it's in your driveway. You got gravel being delivered or something. Like, no. That's just the 250 cases of old Apple J. I'm like, no, I can't serious.
Hey, that'd be special. I'm not gonna lie. That would be special.
Can you imagine? You know that back shed that Cal's got. It'll be like you just see all the people going back up and down the side alley, just filling up the side shed. Be like, Cal, I thought you was gonna keep like your bike and that in there. Be like, no, that's the apple juice. Like,
oh man,
the bike can handle the elements still.
Yeah, the bike can get wet. It's waterproof.
It can handle the elements.
Oh man.
All right. Well, guys, we're gonna open the phone lines. You guys are gonna have 1:30 from the moment you guys get on. That is 1:30. Then me, Matt, and Drift are gonna have a minute to answer. So that's 1:30 Obviously, you know, we got to hit you with something if you go over that minute 30. It is what it is, guys. We've got to do it. It's not what we want to do. Tonight's one is this one. You've seen it before, but tonight's one's pretty emphatic.
Move your blood clot.
If you go over your 1 minute 30, guys, like it's coming tonight still. But we will hold it up on the screen to show you when your time is going down.
Hey, shout out to Yibba still. Like, I know he was he had a slight moment where he was thinking about Haaland, and then I had to shake man up and be like, bro, come on. It's like, yeah, my bad.
Yes. It hurts me more than anyone.
When FSG are the owners, names like Haaland and all that just don't even think about
Don't
it.
even exist, bro. They don't exist, bro.
And on a brighter note, not a brighter note because it's still a negative in our way, but do you remember when we was thinking about whether Depay would have been a good free buy? Have you seen how he's actually Barcelona's only hope and salvation?
Yeah, he's their talent. He's their everything. He's their everything. I can't even lie. But their team is, I can't lie to you, their team is actually shocking. When I say shocking, bro, PK can't move. They now play free at the back. Imagine Barcelona have to play free at the back because they haven't got the capacity anymore to play a back four.
Them in. Pin them in.
Who's got a better squad, Arsenal or Barcelona?
Barca. Come on now.
Do you really think so? Player for player?
Yes.
No, still Barca. I'll tell you why. All right.
Pepe or Depay?
I was just about to say that.
Do me a favor, Jim. Get out of here, man.
Smith.
No, but Aubameyang over De Jong.
De Jong. No, but you got to do player for player though.
Yeah. No, striker De Jong. Remember, they got De Jong, remember?
No, but we can't use... No.
But we played in the Champions League, bro.
Now, let's do... All right, Lacazette is better than De Jong. Aubameyang is better than... Actually, do you know what? I'm going to say right now, on current form, Depay is better than Aubameyang. On current form, he is.
As a winger, Depay is better than Aubameyang, full stop. Obviously, as a player, that's a different conversation, isn't it?
Coutinho is better than Smith Rowe.
As a player, Depay is better. As an overall player.
Yeah, he probably is.
And Coutinho is better than Smith Rowe and Odegaard combined, regardless. Combined.
He's got to get on the pitch regularly, though.
Dembele is better than Pepe.
No, but Dembele doesn't play enough to really make that.
Bro, Ansu Fati's better than Saka.
Yeah.
Ansu Fati's better than Pepe.
You made your point. My mistake.
Yeah, and De Jong, the midfielder De Jong, is better than all the midfielders combined.
Yeah. You're right. I take it back. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I forgot they've got Aguero. I forgot they've even got Aguero as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's a bit done now, still, bro. Yeah,
he is kind of done, but he's still better than Lacazette.
Oh,
still better than Aubameyang.
My bad. All right, guys, my bad.
Yeah. You walked in, brother, and you slapped the biggest man in the rave, brother. Now
my bad.
ABM says bit different. What did you do for A-level Kop-Ish? Oh, geez, what did I do?
Oh, that's going back now.
I did media. So.
I did maths, statistics,
I did business,
history, and religious studies.
I did business. No, business and media.
You lot making me feel like what I did was so small time. You lot.
No, I wanted to be. I wanted to.
No, I done business and media.
Still, like I was doing my law degree. I'm just like, I did media.
Well, I remember I wanted to be a lawyer originally, innit? Until I started actually studying law, and I was like, this ain't the life for me, man.
Yeah.
It's not the life for me. Teenage Mutant Ninja Skirtle, biggest name in YouTube right about now.
Hey, trust.
Evening, guys. Loving the show so far. What's your first memory of Liverpool? Mine's being 7, watching Andy Carroll almost score that goal against Chelsea in the FA Cup final. Oh, you are young, bro. I was old in that game.
Yeah. Big up the youthfulness.
You are young, bro.
Shout out them boy there, you know.
Do you know what? I've actually got a spectacular memory because I even remember. Actually, it's too personal for me to say this because it's like a really horrible thing. But you know the story I told you about when I was 3 years old or 4 years old, and then I started to scream in public. And remember that story? Like, so you lot know, like my memory goes back real far, innit? So I don't actually know how old I was when I even had this memory, but I think it was Staunton scoring a goal. I'm trying to
Staunton, left back.
No, sorry, not Staunton. Sorry, not Staunton. Who's the bad boy striker we had that went to Aston Villa? Welsh.
John Welsh.
Nah.
He wasn't a striker.
That went to Aston Villa.
What year? What year?
It would have been like 94, 5. Something around there. Why can't I remember his name? Anyway, I'll when I remember.
Those are Fowler days, isn't it? 94-5. So
just a little bit before that. What's his name? Little bad boy. He went into punditry for a little while.
Saunders.
That's it. Dean
Saunders.
Shout to people in the chat.
Dean Saunders. Yeah, one of my earliest memories of Liverpool is Dean Saunders scoring a wicked goal and they're celebrating. But I don't know why that memory's even in my head. I can't remember how old I was. I just for some reason that's one of the because a lot of my other memories are just my dad going, go on, show them up.
Nah, bro, it's mad, you know. First met like
Miles Fowler hat trick against Arsenal.
Mine was probably
Hey man, that's Dean Saunders, you know. Shout out Saunders, he was a bad boy still.
not my first memory, because that's really I'd have to really think about that. But one of the memories that will always never forget me is when we played Man United and Fowler scored at the near post with his left foot. I don't know why this goal always stands out to me. So basically, if you're watching it on the TV, it sounds silly, but you're going from left to right. And I remember Schmeichel just being like basically Schmeichel just couldn't do nothing. He kind of stood there and he dropped back next and he just fell back. Bro, you see that goal right there? That's when I was like, nah, do you know what? Yeah. See Robbie Fowler, like he's the greatest striker that I've seen. Because I remember when Fowler first come onto the scene, what was it like 91, 92, 93? 91, 92, was it?
Yeah,
bro, you know, I didn't even know what foot man was when he burst onto the scene. I didn't know what foot he was. That's how sick he was, bro.
Yeah, you lot have seen how tall the ceiling is at my mum's, right? That's a good 10, 11 foot ceiling. When Collymore scored that goal in the 4-3 thriller, I touched the ceiling. I might have been so young and my memory is skewed and it was fake, but as far as I remember, I touched that ceiling. That's how high I jumped.
That 4-3 was legendary. But do you know what? I should get a shout out for that game, even though it's scored against us. Tino Aspria, fam. For Newcastle.
David James.
Remember outside the boot goal.
He had a horrible night. David James had a horrible night that night, though.
No, he did. He was getting ripped, bro.
All right, I'm gonna bring our first caller on. M's A.
What's going on, people? Can you hear me?
What's going on, bro?
What's going on? I just want to say before I start, I think I stumbled across your channel when we was playing Arsenal in the Community Shield few seasons back, and then since then I've just been hooked on your show. So big up you all, each and every one.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
That was when they got that little jammy win, and then they started saying Arteta's got Klopp's number, innit?
yeah.
He's
got the way that soldier on against them as well. So big up, man. My question is, I don't know, what have I got, like a minute or?
Yeah, minute 30, bro.
Minute 30, bro.
Okay. So my question is, when I was growing up, I watched Italian football on Channel 4. So Ronaldo and Zidane was kind of like the goal, that channel there. Yeah, that channel. So out of Liverpool, Ronaldo and Zidane kind of got me into football more. Now, Ronaldo, the closest guy that I would say is probably Suarez. I'm not sure, not like for like. I know he's nowhere near R9, but in terms of a striker, dribbling, you know, setting people up, left foot, right foot, getting people off their seat, I think he might be the closest to R9. But I can't think of someone that can touch Zidane in terms of the way he can just manipulate the ball. Big games, you know he's going to be up for it and deliver. So I can't really think of one. If you guys can see any similarities to like a Zidane, if you do, we need to sign him. like and then for each and every one of you who was outside of Liverpool, or if you want to put a Liverpool player, who was the person that got you to love football? So
outside Liverpool, cool. Nice one, bro.
Nice one,
Appreciate
bro.
that, bro.
Man,
Thank you.
big up, man.
Great questions, bro. Great questions, man. Big up yourself each and every time, bro.
Big up, man.
Big up, bro.
Yes.
Take care, man.
Take care.
All right, I like that. You know what? A memory lane start to the show. You know, I like to.
I like
reminisce.
that still, bro.
All right,
I like
so
that.
should we do the Zidane comparison one first? Because I think I've got two names, one of which
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
is
gonna
it? I ain't got no
Are you
one to
talking
go
about
to, man.
present or now, though?
So I got two names. I think I'm gonna get slaughtered for one.
No, I think I know what you're gonna say for the.
I'm gonna
for the
get slaughtered for
past.
my one still.
Sorry, past. Sorry, you're gonna say who's your past one? So
I've got Coutinho.
yes, that's
It's
who
the
I had.
closest
Yeah,
player. It's the only one I can remember who can manipulate a ball and
yeah,
just do magic.
that's who I had as well.
I'm gonna go Bruno Cheru.
I'm not gonna lie. If you held a straight face, you'd have been a king
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, if you would have done it straight face, but not even that. It's when I heard the name, I just
Yeah,
can't.
Ain't
no,
that
he's
what
really
Julia told us though, right?
Yeah, yeah. Brulé
City
sold us a
is
different
Zidane.
type of dream, bro.
Yeah, he
The
did.
second player I'm gonna mention, and I know I'm
Mhm.
gonna get stick for it, but I'm ready for it.
You go.
A peak Firmino.
That's
I'm not saying. Hear me
no,
out.
that's
I'm
not a
I'm
bad
not
shout.
saying he's anything like Zidane. But I'm talking about in terms of manipulating the ball and doing certain things that other
That's
players
not a
wouldn't be able to
bad
do.
shout, you know. No, do you know what? I'm gonna be real. That's not a bad shout because the thing is, there's a reason why
I'm gonna
you
get cooked.
picked.
I'm gonna get cooked in the comments.
No, but
for doing
remember,
my
there's
feelings.
nobody like Zidane. Just like how he was even saying that there's no one really like R9 because R9 was like
Yeah,
a
let's get
mixture of
started.
power, pace, technical ability, everything. Like, but he used to say it in his mind. Kind of like someone who's the most devastating that we've seen in recent memory. It probably is Suarez, like that devastating. Like,
In
do you know what I
terms
mean?
of Zidane.
No. R9. I was just saying, like the reason why the guy picked
I'm not even gonna lie.
Emza. Sorry, yeah.
Suarez is the absolute goated of like he can sit at the table. But I think R9 was so unique. Nobody has ever been anything.
No,
like
he knows that.
No,
He's just saying. No. He knows that. He knows
but
that.
He's
just saying
he sees Suarez as R9.
R9 at that time.
Who
So
would
Oh
be
if
no,
the-
we,
No, I know what he means, but I don't think that Suarez's dribbling was good enough to be a comparable.
no, we
to
know that.
R9,
No,
you get
but
what I mean?
we have to take. There's a few obviously no, but R9 is such a specimen that no one's gonna have all those characteristics that he has. That's why he's R9, isn't it? Like because let's say you gave. Yeah, go on. No, I say if you. Oh, yeah.
I actually think he's already retired. Who was very comparable with Zidane, and I'll say Kaká.
No, it's a Liverpool player.
Liverpool, bro.
Oh, it has to be a Liverpool player.
Yeah, that's why we. That's what I'm saying.
Well, then Cal shouldn't get slated for saying Bobby. Then if it's only Liverpool players,
I
then.
reckon Bobby and Coutinho are the two that remind me of Zidane.
No. Because he said if he's out there, let's sign him. I don't think he meant it had to be a Liverpool player.
No. So he kind of said like anybody that you think in the past, and also anybody out there right now. That's as Zidane.
Well, I'll say Kaká for Finger. I think Kaká was quite similar to Zidane.
Yeah.
If you're talking about like Liverpool kind of players, nah, we ain't really got anybody who's like Zidane.
No, we haven't.
Nah.
Harvey and Jones are the only two that could become potentially spoken about like that, given how the development goes. But right now, no one.
Do you know what? The way they play football, Curtis is maybe a similar type of slow, bit relaxed, can burst into like moments. Because Zidane was quite a lazy footballer all around, you know. Like a lot of people forget those moments of magic were very sporadic. This is why I always say Iniesta was a better player than Zidane for me, because Iniesta was constantly always involved in the game, whereas Zidane was quite sporadic. He'd have loads of periods of the game where he wouldn't do anything. And back then you could get away with that. In today's football, I think
Yeah,
Zidane would
you
get cooked by a lot of managers. He wouldn't be allowed to get away with how he played football.
You'd have to
Do you
play
know what
in
I mean?
a system that kind of no, I wouldn't say protect him, but I would just say you'd have to have a certain kind of profile of player around him. So, in my opinion, you see, like if Zidane was playing in today's game, he for me would be the best playing at Man City, where they can get like, the right amount of players around him, and just like them 1-2s
But Pep
interchange.
even still asked for higher work rate, man.
No, but I think he would allow a Zidane, like how I believe he would allow a Messi to kind of like just that little. He's got a little bit leeway because they're so special.
You know, the only reason I haven't said Thiago, guys, because I know I've seen a lot. In terms of being techie with it, Thiago is definitely comparable, but he's such a different type of player.
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
he's
agreed.
very different, very different.
All right, and then quickly one name
Yeah.
then. Who made you fall in love with football? Drift, we know it's you. Is R9, isn't it?
R9, without a shadow of a doubt. R9 is football. Like I know that sounds like an exaggeration. R9 is football. I've never, ever, ever, ever loved anything more than watching Ronaldo R9 play football. Like,
it's for me, it's Gerrard. Like I loved football before Gerrard really started hitting his peak, but after Gerrard,
No, he said outside of Liverpool, though, bro. He said
outside. He did say outside of Liverpool, then yeah, it's R9.
It's R9, isn't it? It's R9.
Yes.
Man made his own boot, bro. Like,
different. And then Ronaldinho took the reins after that, and then
spoiler
Messi.
alert: St. Max will score for Newcastle. Just anybody wants to know that.
So Raf, they're both showing out. They really want this Liverpool move, innit?
Yeah, Rafinha scored. I'll describe St. Max's goal now quickly.
Let's
Played
get them
the ball.
both.
Someone, Joe
Linton,
Linton, I think, on the left. Is that Joe Linton? Joe Linton squares it to St. Max. St. Max takes one touch inside the box. Two man that they try and get the. Well, actually, two man kind of fall down. Like,
nah, he parked them, Matt.
St. Max, someone slides. Oh no, he actually does a feint, and two man kind of do that. Like they. St. Max made two man fall on the floor. Well, one man kind of go down, the other one fell down. And he reversed into the corner. Not gonna lie, St. Max's goal was hard still. It's hard.
You can't put that much pressure on one man's back. He's gonna get a slip disc and all sorts.
Bruh, he's gonna have an amazing season, and he will still not be able to move because he signed a 20-year contract.
Man doing a bird right now.
Man sold his rights to JJB Sports and Sports Direct. It's over.
Messi FC says, "Did you guys see Fabinho's comments?" No, I haven't. He doesn't go to games. He's a FIFA virgin. He should go to Chelsea and City then.
What's that?
I've not even seen these comments.
Go Fabinho.
Apparently, he doesn't go to matches and doesn't play FIFA.
So
I don't know. I think he's tongue in cheek.
Yeah. I was gonna say, not every man that plays football has to go to watch other. Like, I'm sure they'll go support their brethren in it, but you know how you get the old school. Not I wouldn't say old school, but some man like going to games even when like a James Milner. James Milner will go and watch a game if he ain't working training. He'll go and do that. Bro, some man would have chill with their wives and their children.
Some people say he was being sarcastic.
He's tongue in cheek.
But even
and
still,
plus, you got to remember as well, if you play football and you're at a stadium every week and you play every week, you might just want a little break from football. Do you know what I mean? Like,
for real. I think obviously it's sarcasm, obviously, but I'm just saying.
Like, imagine if you were gaming for a living and someone said, "What you do in your time off?" You're not going to say, "I play games." you know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, let's get our next caller in. CR7 equals curry go. Piano keys lawyer. Abs, welcome to the show, bro.
For a minute, I was thinking it is Abs. I was thinking it must be.
It has to be.
What's going on, bro?
Brother?
Yeah, I'm chilling, And first off, Drift, listen, Barca may be dead, but don't ever put all Boomerang and Depay in the same sentence, please.
No, I said my bad. I said my bad already.
I said a Boomerang.
I'm trying to defend the Arsenal, man. You know what I mean? Because I always give them stick. I'm trying to defend them, but I know that was my bad.
Nah, but we already know. Let me just change the name a bit because that was a bit of banter trying to catch you out, and that's so.
All right, I'm gonna start you a minute 30 now, bro. Yeah.
All right, say nine. Where are we going to start from? So, okay, so first question, this for Cal. If you could bring back 4 players from the from the Champions League team in 2005 into the current Liverpool squad, not the first 11, but the current Liverpool squad, who would they be? If I'm bringing back one man who gets a bit of disrespect, obviously everyone says, Hupia, Gerrard, Garcia, Alonso, but for me, one man who never gets mentioned, but it was such a baller, Yonan Arise, you know. He was actually wavy. And he could play both sides, I lie.
Nah. He only played
not really on the right, but he was saucy though.
He could play left back and left midfield though.
Yeah,
Yonan Arise was wavy, you know. And then this one's for Drifty because I know he has feelings on one man and feelings to another. If you have to choose between these 2 duos here, and I specifically gave it for you, you might want to put his face up on this.
I know who you're gonna say. I know.
Hazard and Gerrard, or Lampard and Salah. If you had to choose,
you went a different route. Okay, hold on. Which one I would rather have in my team? Yeah.
No, you have to choose a duo of Hazard and Gerrard or Lampard and Salah. That's for you.
Okay.
And
to
then
play for Liverpool, basically, yeah.
Yeah. And this is the peak of their powers. Not Hazard when he's been eating McDonald's, even though he's still got I'm talking about peak Hazard, the one who used to rinse teams on a regular. Remember that goal he scored against you, Binz at Anfield?
All right. Yeah.
Let's do that. I was waiting. What's my one, bro? Go on.
And then last 2, and then this one's for Matt. Do you think Jota could be a new cult hero at Liverpool in terms of he could be like the next guy who, you know, like remember when you used to have Dirk Kuyt? He doesn't really get spoken about now, but he's a baller and that. And yeah, last question. Who is your favorite non-Liverpool team to win the Champions League? That's it. Just made it.
You did indeed.
Cool.
All right, nice one, Abs. I like those questions still. Big up, bro. Big up.
Bless every time, bro. Big up, bro.
Take care, bro.
Woo! Who wants to go first?
Boy, those are sick questions.
I'll go first. Because I know you lot are sweating. When someone says who wants to go first, it means that person thinking.
I'll
go first.
Go. Yeah. All right. So your one is going to be a cult hero, mate. Your minute starts now.
I think Abs kind of got it right on the money. I think Jota does definitely have the potential to be a cult hero. I think he's already on his way to be a cult hero because, dare I say it, and I don't want, this isn't even a thing, but you look at Divock Origi, you could say that he showed up in the big games, but in some games we was all sometimes a bit meh. Jota so far is having a better career, different circumstances than Origi. If he can replicate these in big matches and potentially is a part of winning major trophies, he would definitively be a cult hero in my opinion. And I think it's only a matter of time before he does that because I think the guy's got undoubted quality, which even surprised me and many Liverpool fans.
With 16 seconds left to spare. Jiff, do you want to go next or do you want me to go next?
No, I'll go. It's cool.
Your time starts now.
I'm actually very torn in terms of it seems like it's easy to pick the Gerrard one because it's Gerrard. And obviously Hazard is just ridiculously naughty. But you've got to look at it from a non-biased point of view and think about the fact that you're talking about a 30-goal a season and a 20-goal a season player on the other side. So that's 50 goals a season you're guaranteed if you pick Lampard and Salah. That's nuts. That is actually nuts. So it's actually a lot harder than thinking, I heard Gerrard, I'm picking the Gerrard. Because I prefer Hazard as a footballer, and you lot know I like techie ballers, I'm going to go Hazard and Gerrard. But that was difficult because Lampard and Salah, as I said, that's guaranteed 50 goals a season. And that's how you win things, with a guaranteed amount of goals. So that was difficult still. That was. But I'll probably just favour Gerrard and Hazard.
Cool. All right. For mine then, my minute starts now. 4 players I'll take from the Champions League 05 winning team. Obviously, Gerrard's the first. He walks into our starting 11. Someone's got to sit down for him. It is what it is. The next player I'm taking is weird because obviously we're stacked at centre back now, so we're good. Steve Finnan I'm taking.
Yes, that's a shout.
Steve Finnan and Trent. We're good.
Oi.
We're good. We're good. We're
Squad.
good.
We have a good squad.
We are good.
We need a good squad.
The next two.
Between the lines.
Of the bench.
The next one, Luis Garcia.
Yes.
Yeah.
He could be a player who plays instead of Salah sometimes. Different players, but still got that goal threat. And then the last one is Xabi Alonso. Just because I
I'm
can.
thinking of the squad count. Do we need
Jim.
when we've got Thiago?
Yes, yeah, I do.
But we've got Thiago though.
Don't
Cal.
matter. No,
I
see,
want him.
you can never not have too much quality.
No, I get it. And Cal didn't make a bad decision in terms of the player. But I'm thinking, if you're looking at the squad, should you have not maybe thought about getting Djibril Cisse so we could have an actual striker in our team?
Mm-mm. No, sir. Not me.
What, you don't rate Djibril, no?
Nah.
I don't think about two broken legs. Benitez buoyed him, Cisse. Think about actual peak Cisse. He was a beast, you know.
For one season at Auxerre.
Well, two.
Now, again, that's not me shading Cisse. He's just good. I don't think he was amazing.
Fair enough. I'm just thinking of the squad and what we need, isn't it? We need a striker, so.
Yeah, no, we do, but it was either him or Barros, and for me, neither are fantastic. They were good. They were just good, but
I think, I like Cisse, but
like Gerrard.
Oh, that's a shout. Dare I say it? Do that.
No.
Then we've got a proper backup goalkeeper, bro.
I'm all right, brother. If we've got Gerrard in midfield, and then we've got Finnan rotating with Trent, we've got Luis Garcia rotating with Salah, and we've got Xabi Alonso doing whatever the hell he wants, bro. Kelleher's cool as my backup goalkeeper. I'm gonna just be real with you.
I feel like the Xabi Alonso one, as world class and as amazing as he was, you're wasting a position because we've got a player that's exactly like him.
No, Thiago and Xabi ain't the same.
No, they're very similar, Cal.
I disagree, Drift. I don't think they're alike at all.
I think they're very similar.
who? Thiago and Xabi
Thiago and
Alonso?
Alonso, I think they're very similar.
All right. We're not gonna get into it, but me personally, I think they were slightly different. I'll tell you why. This is just my opinion. Xabi Alonso was like that quarterback-esque, yeah. Whereas when I think of Thiago, I think of Thiago more of a Xavi. So especially that prime Thiago, and he said he's prime Thiago. So he plays more of the 8, where Xabi Alonso for me would play more the 6. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
no, you're right. But I think because I watched Thiago for the last 18 months at Bayern play like Alonso, maybe that's why.
Because he played in the 2. He was more the he played more the dictator. He played the
you're right.
The quarterback.
Thiago and Xavi is definitely the comparison.
Yeah,
but Thiago can play like Alonso. That's probably
he can 100%, bruv.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm just gonna say 3 words to you, man, before we move on.
Yeah,
Fabinho, Thiago, and Gerrard.
Jeez.
Fuck.
I would drop my mic, but I don't want to break it.
Damn, I need a meme of a Cockney geezer guy. Fuck off.
It's different. All right. And the last question from Abs was the non-Liverpool football team we think has the best chance of winning the Champions League.
Didn't he say what we enjoyed winning the Champions League?
No, I thought, well, we'll answer both, then we'll do both. The team I think would win the Champions League that isn't us is Bayern Munich.
Yeah, based on round 1. Yeah, probably, yeah. PSG look a bit all over the place. They look like there's no cohesion.
Yeah.
Old School Tunes 80 says Stevie, Didi, Herman, Alonso, and Finnan.
Good shout.
I think Didi's probably a better shout than Alonso as well, because he can cover Fabinho, bro.
Yeah, so can Xabi.
Nah, Xavi's tackling wasn't like Fabinho's, bro.
Xavi's intercepting.
You guys, give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah. Xavi's intercepting and stuff was about it, bro.
Yeah, but not like Fabs though, bro. Like Hammond's quite similar, as in like he could like get across the ground and make the tackles like Fab. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. All right, gonna get in our next caller now, guys. Just to let you know, I haven't forgotten your super chats. I've got them saved, so I will read them out. Next super chat. Sorry, next caller. Nilante.
How you doing, guys?
Not too bad, brother. How are you?
Big self. I'm all right. Not too bad. Callum, just one sec. I want to get someone that wants to say hello to you. Just give me one sec, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Just give me a sec. Hello, Callum. It's Vincent Kennedy McMahon, goddammit. And Callum, if I hit a Jamaican Sean Dyche thing, in the better words of Drifter Man, you're fired.
Do you know what? I was actually getting really worried when I got someone to speak to. I was thinking, I'm not in beef with anyone, am I?
No. Listen, Cam. Hey, Popo, trust me. No. Listen, man. As you can see by the picture, man. No, I'm not doing that to you, Cam. Don't worry, man. But yeah, I'll get to my questions for you boys anyway. Basically, my first question is: out of the two teams, both were title challenging teams in different ways. One was top for a while, the other was close. Who would you say is better? So that's the 95-96 season team. If you remember that with Barnes, Makar, Fowler, Collymore, or the 2013-2014 season team. That's my first question. Number two, what would you say out of the two strikers in terms of transfers we sold hurt? Would it be between Suarez and Torres? And number three is like a non-Liverpool question. Who would you say out of the two was the better player, Roberto Baggio or Rui Costa? And I would say with Baggio, if people forget, to be honest, he was Firmino before Firmino, if that makes sense. He had all his attributes, but he had the finishing as well. So yeah. Those are my three questions.
Sick questions, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
Sick questions. Nilante, my bro, always a pleasure. Or should I say Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon?
Well, you know what? Might come back next week, Cal. Just like you bring Sean Dyche, you might come back next week. You never know. I needed the one, didn't it?
No, bless you, bro. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, big yourself up. Like seriously, you three, you're doing the show justice, appreciation. I'm always gonna send you DMs. I know you guys are all busy and all that, but I appreciate it and I'll keep on supporting. But love to all three of you and shout out, bless it, yeah.
Bless you,
man.
bro.
Big up, bro.
All right.
Take care, bro.
Bless.
All right. Drift, do you wanna go first?
Yeah, what was the first one again, bro?
All right, so I'll ask you we'll try and do all three questions in a minute.
Yeah, go to.
So 95-96 team or 2013-14 team, which team was a better team out of the two title challenging teams? Torres or Suarez, which transfer hurt the most? And then who's the better player, Baggio and Rui Costa? I'm gonna start your minute now. Or do you want me to go first?
No, I'll go. While I can remember.
Go for it.
Torres hurt me more than anything that's ever happened without a shadow of a doubt. Which one was a better team? I think the 95-96 team was better all round. I think the 13-14 team put up a better title challenge, though, if that makes sense. That's probably what I would say on that one. And Roberto Baggio is actually the forgotten superstar. Like, I think Roberto Baggio can actually almost come and sit at that table with his Dans and the Ronaldinhos. I think his legacy just doesn't feel as big because Italian football in England obviously hasn't been big for a while, so people forget him. Rui Costa was an absolute bad boy, but it's got to be Baggio. Baggio was absolute level. He was such a baller. It was unreal. Yeah. So yeah, I'll go Baggio.
Fair enough. Start my minute now. I think 95-96 season team was more balanced. I think 13-14 was more exciting though, in terms from an attacking aspect, but defensively was the most leaky thing I've seen in my life. It was so bad defensively. Out of Torres and Suarez, which one hurt me the most? Torres, because I actually thought we would have used the money wisely when we sold Suarez because we were in a better position. We were back in Champions League. We looked like an attractive prospect. Torres one hurt because it was just like, raw, you just ripped away our best player or our second best player at the time, and he's gone to a massive rival at the time. And I was just like, didn't need that. And then, yeah, for me, Baggio was so good. Rui Costa was sick, but Baggio was so bloody good, man. Everyone just seems to remember that penalty miss, but he was so much more than that. Quality footballer.
Saucy baller.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we get the next caller in?
Oh, man.
Fantastic questions. Ahmad C.
Yo.
Jeez.
Bro?
Yo, you guys hear me?
2012-13 kit as well, yeah? I see you.
Yeah, bro. John Joe Shelby.
I see you. I see you. I see you.
How you guys doing?
Good, brother. How are
bless,
you?
bro. Bless, man.
Nice. Good to hear. Good to hear. So, yeah. So back to the nostalgia thing. I was kind of thinking about the whole GOAT situation. For me, Drifty knows this. I sent him the other day, but it's R9. My question to you guys is, who's your GOAT? For me, I say R9, just not because I feel like there's a difference between best and greatest, right? Greatest, you're bringing in team accomplishments and that type of thing. For me, R9's best and greatest. I feel like the playing speaks for itself. What he could do with the ball, the strength, the speed, the finishing, the combination of everything was just perfect. 99 on FIFA, perfect striker. But the greatest comes in where, think about it. You know, back in the day, how they had the cleats and like the Puma Kings, all the best players kind of wore the same cleats. Nobody had their own signature thing. R9 came in and got that before the Mercurial, the one that he wore in '98. He was pretty much the first guy with his own signature boot.
They were Mercurials, bro, but they were the R9 Mercurials, isn't it?
Yeah, his own shoe. So
the silver and the blue with the yellow trim. Jeez, what's my saying?
Yeah, with the So, and plus, just he was like the Michael Jordan of football, the first mega superstar where everybody wants a piece of him, like, you know, everybody wants to see him. And then that 98 after 98 when his knee blew up, people really underestimate the type of resilience and mental strength to come back and score 8 goals in the 2002 World Cup and lead his team to that World Cup. I mean, people are talking about Ronaldo. We can't compare Ronaldo to guys like that who are really just doing it on the biggest stage, you know, and just galvanizing everybody around. Ronaldo doesn't. We saw against Young Boys, he doesn't make the people around him better. But
it's an argument there still.
But R9 he's a different level. He's a different level.
I'm never gonna lie. Ahmed, pause that time. I'm dropping a B for Ahmed.
I may have to reevaluate my position. Like
that, just fact after fact after fact. I wish I had that DJ Clue bomb so I could be like.
Zabiri said, Ahmad, what does the C stand for? I think it stands for facts. I think the C stands for facts. Bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Everything you said there, I can't even.
There's only one thing I can add to it, and that is that a lot of people don't realize that R9 actually played the last third of his career with hypothyroidism, and people were teasing him for getting fat and gaining weight, and they didn't actually realize it was actually a hormone deficiency he didn't even know he had himself, and that's the reason why he's now overweight as well as like a retired footballer. So he was playing with a hormonal. And if anyone knows, hypothyroidism is actually very serious. It's actually like a serious issue to deal a health problem. And he was still at Real Madrid, dupping up players, playing with a condition he didn't even know he had. Level.
You're on mute, bro. Oh, you're not.
You're on mute, bro.
We can't hear you, bro.
No, you're gone, bro. You're gone. That's a shame. That's a shame, man.
Yeah, he's spitting so much facts. He broke the headphones and the speaker. No, we can't hear you, bro.
No. Damn. Yeah, that's a shame.
Next week. DM us.
Big up, though, bro. Big up, man.
Mad Facts. That's what your name is from now on. Bless you, bro.
Big up, bro. Big up. Pure facts. I can't even. He's my goat.
Messi's Gerard's my favorite player of all time. Messi's my goat. I'm gonna be honest. After what Ahmad just said, I'm gonna have to go back and reanalyze it. Still,
Nah, I felt like I was talking.
I'm gonna have to reanalyze it.
I felt like I was talking. R9 he is the Jordan. Don't get me wrong. Maradona was an absolute superstar, but I think the world was a bit different then. That's you know what I mean. Like back then, like R9 was like the modern version of what a football superstar was, where it felt different. Like anybody, I know when you're a child, things feel a little bit bigger than they are, and that's why a lot of people say when I talk about Ronaldo, I'm being nostalgic, but I don't think I am, because everyone I talk to feels the same way. So I don't think it was just me. But at the time, like, do you not remember the '98 World Cup? If I'm being completely honest with you, nobody cared about anything except Ronaldo.
Yeah, it's the first World Cup I remember.
Facts.
Nobody cared about anything other than Ronaldo. And I remember that day when we found out he had the fit. Nobody wanted to even watch the final anymore, which is why he was forced to play the game. Like, if Ronaldo weren't in that final would have probably lost 3/4 of his viewers or half of his viewers. Like,
agreed, you know.
When R9 used to get the ball, I used to hold my breath. And I think collectively, so did the whole stadium. Like, you just anticipated brilliance every single time he got the ball. Like, there'll never be anything like it. There'll never be anything like it for me. Like, they're just won't. And I know Messi, R9, and all these boys, their numbers and their consistency is something we probably will never see ever again either. Like, it's different. It's so different.
I can't lie. Messi has that effect on me. Ronaldo doesn't. Even though I rate Ronaldo highly, Messi has that. When Messi gets the ball, I'm just like, something wild might happen here.
I hear that. Do you hold your breath though, Cal? That's the thing.
Still.
Do you hold? Okay. So he does have that effect.
I just see Messi just do a madness so many times. I'm just like, even when you just think, if I was to name a team, for example, you could go through a Messi catalogue of goals he scored against teams. Like if I say,
for real.
If I say Arsenal,
it's that peak.
You know his catalogue against Arsenal.
It's mad, you know.
All right, if I was to say Real Madrid, the catalogue against that 3 kicks he scored against Casillas and all that. The dribbles,
bro.
Do you remember the Champions League semi-final where Busquets just touches it to him and he just says, "Right, I'm done now. Forget this.
Yeah.
It's done." Deading this off in the Bernabeu. Forget Nou Camp next week. Don't buy tickets. It's done. Treat it like empty had next week. It's done. Like, Messi gets me off my seat.
Messi, you know, Messi's robustness actually impresses me more than his ability. If you get somebody giving you Ngannou style leg kicks every week and you're fit for 90% of the season, I'm just impressed with how you keep yourself fit, to be honest.
It's about how robust you are, innit? Like,
I'll tell you what it is. The reason why people don't speak about him being a machine like on R9 is because he doesn't go around kind of flaunting his physique or anything like that. I bet you any money, bro. Messi's in great condition.
Oh, bro, Messi's always in great condition.
There's barely any fat on my man, bro. He just doesn't go hard in the gym like that because he knows he relies on his football talent and he's like, and that's not shading Ronaldo. I'm just saying people sleep on how robust Messi is as well.
Very robust. Do you know what's so mad? I don't even want to like jinx or anything, but can you guys remember like Ronaldo or Ronaldo or Messi having like long-term injuries where like they've been, because obviously they've had challenges. Sometimes. Yeah, like maximum.
There was only one time when Messi
in Messi's career.
I remember he got a recurring hamstring problem that kept him out for about 2 or 3 months.
But nothing other than that, though, in the whole time he's been playing football, bro. That was one. I remember that was like one calendar year we had like a bad. Bro, his bad year, by the way, is like 30 to 40 goals. That's his bad year still. That's crazy, bro.
And again, the reason I know it sounds like I'm being stupid when I say this because I know Cal kind of like has a like different opinion of like Flair being gifted, naturally gifted, and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like Messi was born to play football, even if he didn't know he was born to play football. Where some others worked hard to be good at football, and I think that's why Messi is so different from others as well. And I put Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, and players like that in that bracket where they're just born to do it. You know what I mean? Like as soon as Neymar popped out, I reckon someone rolled him a ball and he did a little flick up and volleyed it across the room and was like, now where's the titty? I'm hungry. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that type of thing. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like there's like CR7 for me is a top baller, but I think he just really worked on his craft like a David Beckham, where there was obviously ability there, but he went on the training ground every week and he enhanced it, and his mentality got him to where he is. Messi, no, I do love that, and you do need that, you do. But I think Messi could probably be out the game for 10 years, come back and still get Ballon d'Or. You know, that level of just God-given footballing ability, like it's different. It's different.
I agree. Gonna get our next caller in. Mr. Phillips in the building, the legend that is
man, like
Phillips.
Jamie. What's going on, bro?
You're on mute, bro.
Hi guys.
How you doing, brother?
How's it going, bro? You right?
Sorry, I had to mute it. The kids are going mad.
That's right, bro. No worries.
It's that Friday thing, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed, bro. Indeed.
So I just wanted to talk about Trent for a little bit. Again, a lot of nonsense keeps being spoken about him by a lot of people, even in the media, to be fair, about his defending. And why is Trent picked on for his defending all the time when there's other right backs I think are just as bad defensively as he is, but nowhere near as good as attacking? I don't think Wan-Bissaka is that great of a defender, to be fair. He gets applauded as being the best defensive right back in around, and I don't think he's that great. For me, Trent will win us more points with his attacking ability than he will lose us with his defensive ability.
Right.
And that should be looked on. That should be looked on as the main positive about Trent. Kid's 22 years old. He's already balled out, for goodness sake. He's winning everything. His assists are incredible. The chances he creates every game is incredible. The fella was Brazilian. Everyone be putting him on top of the pedestal. I'll tell you that right now. And it bloody pisses me off. I'm sorry. The man is... Man is a G. I'll tell you, I could lose it. I really could. But man, they got to leave the man alone. It actually does my nutting. I'll tell you that right now. And I just want to say two quick other things if I can. If that's all right.
Yeah, of course, go for it.
I just want to say, I know the season's really early into the season. I'm not going to make no things about we're going to win this, win that. I'm enjoying the football we're playing for the first time in 2 years. For me, I think we're playing the best football I know it's really early in the season and all that, but I haven't enjoyed Liverpool so much. I didn't enjoy watching Liverpool last season because of everything that was happening in the world.
Yeah.
Plus, we were a dog. And then, even the title-winning season, I didn't think we were great. But something about it looks like they got their mojo back again. A lot of players rested over the summer. You know, Van Dijk's back. Man never looks like he was injured. He's a machine. I think if they try the drug test, Van Dijk, the needle wouldn't even penetrate his skin. the man's different. He's absolutely different. But I had a question for you guys. It's not football related. I was going to ask, what was your first ever car?
Okay.
Because mine was a Sierra Cosworth.
Hey, yes, hey, big boy car there. Man, like Jamie doing the donuts and that in the car park, yeah.
my uncle got it for me, and I thought I was the biggest thing in the world. You know, I
don't even know what that
Sierra Cosworth. And there's probably some kids who don't even know what the Sierra Cosworth is.
I don't know what it is.
I know that car, bro. The Cosworth, you know.
The Sierra was the Mondeo before the Mondeo. That was like Ford's kind of flagship saloon car.
Yeah.
Before the Mondeo came in. Yeah, big
and
car.
Cosworths were a bit lower down, had a bigger exhaust.
Yeah, that was like the ST version. It was like the sporty one with the spoiler and yeah. No. That is a killer first car. Your insurance must have killed you, Jamie.
Well, it killed my mum.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, no, big up for and that I'm gonna like preach for another 30 seconds on that Trent thing because you're bang on, Jamie. Like it's actually getting out of hand now, the ridiculousness. But
fullbacks. And both our fullbacks. Last season, Chilwell, what's his name? Chilwell, whatever his name is. Chilwell, whatever his name is. Yeah, Chigwell, whatever his name was. He apparently he's the best left back around. He can't get in front of Alonso. Robbo is different. He's at Morley's gravy, Robbo. He's different.
Big up Morley.
Trent, we've still got the best fullbacks. We've still got the best centre half. Still got the best goalkeeper. Still got the best manager. Still got the best right winger. Fuck everyone else.
Jamie, you bloody legend, bro.
Big up, bro. Big up,
bro. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Take care, bro.
Before we get into Jamie's questions, let's just pile on with that Trent thing because it is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Jamie said it best. If he was Argentinian or Brazilian or something like that, where he was like a South American, where they don't really care about judging him on other aspects, they just care about his creativity, he'd be getting lauded around the entire Premier League as the most beautifulest thing you've ever seen. But because he's just a little local lad from Liverpool, everyone wants to find reasons to dig at him. It's actually a joke, and Jamie said it's spot on. He wins you so many points, that if there's the odd lapse in concentration that may bother us in that moment, as an overall, that is not a reason to put him down or to act like he's not a good player. I watch Wan-Bissaka, and you lot we know that. I know you kind of like Wan-Bissaka, Cal, but I just think he's good at recovery tackles. I don't actually think he's defending. He's good. I just think he's very athletic, and it gets him to recover well. Like his positional sense is poor for me.
His one-on-one defending is very good, I think.
Is that just because he can recover if you get past him? No,
people barely get past him in a one-on-one situation.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Recently, Wan-Bissaka's not even got the Man U players. Man U fans, talking about him. Like, even the Man U fans don't big him up anymore, bro.
No, that's true.
So, Trent, imagine trying to find reasons to dig it.
But here's the thing. This is what I was going to say, Drift. When it comes to Trent, I think it's a case of, unfortunately, it's what happens in the world at the moment, especially with the introduction of social media. We look for something wrong in a player. And the first player I really started seeing it happening with is Yaya Toure. Every time Yaya Toure was playing, it was the commentators would be like, should you play Yaya in this game? Is he defensively good enough? It's only now as I've got older and I've realized different players and different midfielders have different roles in the team. He shouldn't have had to be defending. Them lot had Fernando and bare other DMs. Let them do the defending and let Yaya take the game by the scruff of the neck like he did so many times and do his thing. I don't understand this whole, let's just look for a weakness in a player straight away when they're doing something really amazing. But you can do that with anyone. I could sit here and say, oh, Messi, in fact, no, I probably can't with Messi, actually. I can't, to be fair. Like, I was going to say.
One of the only players that is like...
Yeah. Like, Ronaldo, for example, you could say his link-up play is not great, but no one focuses on that because of all the other great stuff he does. And Jamie put it perfectly. Trent is going to win us so many points this season if he stays fit. It's unreal.
Well, he's a figurehead in the Champions League and the Premier League wins.
Exactly.
What other right back in the world would actually have done what Trent did? All jokes aside, what he did when he created that goal for Origi in the final, people are sleeping on how much the thought process and the awareness to actually realize and do what he did in that game. I know we big up the Liverpool fans, but I think the rest of the world are fully sleeping on it.
It's genius.
Fully sleeping on it. At that stage, Cal, he was only 19 years old.
Yeah, it's nothing short of genius, Drift, but they don't want to give him it. To hell with him. That's what I say, to hell with him.
Madness. He was 19, Cal.
No.
He was 19. Oh my God, he was 19.
Different-
What were
different
you
level.
doing at 19? That makes you think you can go at Trent and
I was
talk
struggling
shit
to get
about
into-
Trent. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
struggling to get into Tiger, bro, and I didn't have a goatee. Just being real, I didn't even have a goatee at 19, bro.
You know the rules, mate. It's shoes, hard sole, and collars. Come on, man.
Yeah, yeah. For real.
I mean,
For real.
bro.
Enjoyable football, Liverpool. I actually agree with Jamie on this. I know loads of people speak about the 1920 season. I think we were stupidly consistent. I don't think we played amazing that season. 18-19 for me is the season where I think we've seen the best Liverpool under Klopp.
I would say 17-18 was the best football.
I think the best attacking football was 17-18. I think overall 18-19 was unmatched.
Yeah. If you're talking about
defensively, flair, everything.
We were Shevchenko in 18-9.
Yeah. Valentina, not Andre.
Yeah. For the non-UFC, Valentina, everything well-rounded. Not one cheat in any bit of the armor. Like, just,
and I'll be honest with you, and again, I hate to keep on going back to it. You see, if we had added Fekir to that mix, and again, I'll caveat it by saying I'm glad we didn't get him based on what his agents tried to do. You see, if we got Fekir that season, we do a league and Champions League double. I am convinced we do a league and Champions League double.
Yeah. I agree with that.
That season, remember, we missed out on the league by 1 point. We lost one game all season, and in the Champions League, we won it. We would have won everything that season.
I know. And I know it's easy to do the if buts and all that, but I kind of think you're right. If you add your creativity of Fekir, which would have replaced what we lost in Coutinho the January before, I think you're right. I think we probably go unbeaten that season, even if I'm being completely honest.
Same.
I genuinely think we probably would have been unbeaten. I mean, we were, what was it? Half a centimeter away from being unbeaten, innit? Like,
would we have gone 2-0 up in that game?
No, that would have made it 2-1 to us, I think.
No, they made it 1-0 to us. Because
Aguero
scored.
It
would have made it 1-0 to us because Aguero scored on the brink of half time. We equalized and then Sane scored.
Yeah, I think I remember now. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So less than a centimeter off of being unbeaten. Because even if that game was a draw, we win the league. And we're unbeaten for the whole season.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Fekir would have definitely, and that was when Fekir was hot as well. Like, that was the Fekir that everybody wanted. That's why everyone was so jealous of Fekir Friday, bro.
I just don't get. Well, it's a different show, but I don't get why why his career's gone on such a decline in terms of like that, just not going to another big club. I don't get it.
Sometimes it happens, Cal. There's a lot of talent football.
No, it's true. It's just weird. It's weird. Maybe because I just rate him so highly. It's just weird. I could have seen him doing bits at so many clubs.
Bro, I'd even have him now for the squad.
I didn't want to say it because I'd come across as biased, but I would.
Bro, I'd have him now for the squad.
And again, I know I'm getting ahead of myself. Elliot was showing me Fekir vibes, you know.
I hear
Remember,
that.
I kept on saying it to you guys.
Yeah.
I was getting Fekir vibes from Elliot. Don't know what it was about him, but I just getting Fekir vibes.
Elliot is saucy, bro.
Oh man. All right, first car, Drew. What was your first car? Ford
Focus. So I'm on the Ford thing with Ford Focus. From like when I was like a kid, I adored that car. And then when I passed my test, which was quite late in life, I'm not ashamed to admit that I went uni, I did those other things. So like, you know, I wasn't one of those teenager guys. I you know what I mean? I passed my test a lot later than all my friends. Like by the time they were like 20, 21, they'd already passed their driving test. I was going uni across the whole London and college across. I was just getting trains and buses everywhere. So yeah, I waited till I graduated. In fact, the year I graduated was when I passed my test. I was like, right, I'm not a uni anymore. I need my car now. So I was a little bit of a late bloomer in that way. But yeah, Ford Focus was my first ever car. I love that baby. I've still got like pictures of it.
Okay.
Yeah, 1.8 VTEC. I don't know why I went for a
1.8 for your first car.
Bruv,
in South London. Your insurance must have been crazy.
My first insurance quote, Cal, was 4.8 grand.
Forget that.
Bro, I didn't even pay that much for the car.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't even pay that much for the car, bro.
That's crazy. My first car is a Renault Clio, 51 plate.
And the Clio was nippy still.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Clio.
The reason why I stuck with Clio is because my mum and my brother, who I lived with at the time, they both had Renaults. So, and when I was learning to drive, like my brother would take me out in his car and let me get a feel of it. So I was just used to Renault. So I wanted Renault to be my first car. But here's a question. And let's be realistic. Obviously, none of us are like balling out in terms of financially like that, to be just saying a Rolls Royce or something like that. If I was to put a cap of, say, I don't know, you know, I'm not going to put a cap because I don't know how much cars cost. But if I say to you, what would be your sort of realistic dream car if you could get one tomorrow? What would it be?
C63 AMG Mercedes.
That's realistic. This is what I mean. You give people an inch and they take a mile. Literally, in Drifty's case, he's taking miles per hour here.
No, you know, it is realistic.
How much do they cost though?
Brand new, they're about 100 grand somewhere around.
I just said we're not boring.
No. But if I get one, if I get one that's maybe like 7 or 8 years old, I could probably pick it up for maybe about 30 grand. So it is kind of realistic. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Because I could have said a Porsche Carrera, because you could probably get one of them, but the maintenance on that is so dumb that it's not even smart to get it even what you're paying for it. But no, the C63 AMG. But again, the maintenance, because like a light bulb is like £100 just for like a headlight. So the maintenance on them cars.
It's not just the Halfords thing, no.
No.
And
no Euro car
just...
parts and Halfords for them ones, bro.
Just out there with the wrench, just taking off the back of the light.
Nah, bro, no. Them ones there, that's straight to Mercedes only, bro. You know them ones. The Mustang Shelby Blue Rider. I love that car. You know, have you seen Gone in 60 Seconds, bro? With
yeah, I've watched it in years, though. I wouldn't say I remember anything from it, to be honest.
But do you remember the car right at the end, the one that he's never able, the one he calls the unicorn?
Yeah.
That's the old Mustang. That's one of my favorite cars of all time. That car there. But yeah, no, C63 AMG. Realistically, for about 30 grand, yeah. Obviously, it'll be second hand, not brand new, but absolutely beautiful car.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm going to sound like a proper dad. But it'd probably be some sort of an SUV.
Okay. You were looking at one of them anyway.
Yeah, we are. Me and my missus, we are looking at SUV. Like maybe we might get one by the end of the year, God willing. But I don't. If I was to pick one, here's the thing. I really like the new Range Rovers. I'd never get one though because so many people have them stolen, and I can't be that guy who opens my door, looks at my drive, and he's like, Did I park last night? Or did I...
You know, hold on. Look, babe, you're in, right?
Yeah. Did Stevie take the car?
I am never gonna lie, he's so advanced. I can actually imagine.
I'm not gonna lie. If I woke up, because I've had I've had both my cars broken into, and I've had loads of stuff stolen in the past. But to have my actual car stolen, I don't know how I deal with that, man.
You know, for some reason, I literally just had an image of Stevie actually running down the way, just blowing down the street, in the wind.
Oh boy!
Oh man! I learned a lot about Sam Max Legend tonight, who's obviously a legend of the channel.
Right, and I've read his wife's got is it RS8? RS8? Did I think?
Sam Max Legend.
You lot are doing bits, man. Congrats,
bro. You are living life. I love that. The Panamera, the only 5-door Porsche, man, knows about that big boy whip in the building. Big up your damn self. And you know what as well? Maserati Gran Turismo. Oh, I love that car. Oh my days. What a car. Anyway.
Next caller. You've seen his element right now.
I'm starting to dribble a little bit. Sorry, my bad.
Jamal.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, brother. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you guys good?
Yeah, man. Yes, man.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you guys are gonna watch this game later, but I'm so upset Rafinha or St. Max is not playing for us, man. These guys are balling. So, guys, please, you have to watch this game after. These guys are balling, man.
Oh, is
Definitely,
it?
bro.
Yeah.
I told you a lot about Ryu. I'm insane.
You know what? A shout out to my friend Andre. All right, I'm not gonna say the whole thing because you'll like him and then hate him, Drift, but he really wants that Max at the club.
Yeah.
Bro.
So
I want him more than most, to be honest. I love that player, man.
Yeah, he's quality. But yeah, guys, I don't want to take up much time. There's two things I have to say. The first thing is I like how the next caller said what was the first video he watched of Kop-Ish. And for me, I don't know if I told you guys this already, but I think it was the Sevilla 3-3 game with Liverpool when we were 3-0 up and they scored 3-3. And you know what, guys? I was gonna watch Redman, but I said, man, that was positive. I need some angry, man. I need someone to be angry as me. So I just typed in Liverpool. And you know who I see? I see Gaz. I see this guy with a beard.
Big up, Gaz.
Yeah, big up, Gaz.
Yeah. And I clicked on it. And I was like, this guy went in on Moreno so hard. And then after I see Drifty one, and Drifty killed Moreno. Yeah. And from that day, I said, nah, man, these guys are Liverpool fans. I have to ride with these guys. Yeah, so that was my first video of Kop-Ish, man.
No, big up, man. That was a long time ago, so bless, man. You've been supporting for a while, but big up, man.
Yeah. So the thing I want to talk about today is about Mane, but not about his form. I just want to talk about the whole confusion guys are having with this. Because I think the thing what making all the confusion is someone have different opinion on what is a bad game. So, like Drifty, correct me if I'm wrong, but for me, when you say someone having a bad game, you think of someone who is very ineffective, who hardly has anything in the game. I think that's what you mean when you say someone having a bad game. Like in the Chelsea game. Yeah, because in the Chelsea game, Salah won the full penalty and he hit a beautiful outside the foot pass to Jota. But out of those two things, he was ineffective. He didn't really say nothing. But Mane was involved in the Chelsea game. He even set up the penalty for Salah to score. But his touch was bad, and I feel his decision making was bad as well. So I just want to say, what in you guys' thoughts? What is a bad game? Is a bad game when you're ineffective, or when you keep getting the ball but you're doing nothing with it? So that's why I want you guys to chop up. What really is a bad game for you guys, in your opinion?
Big up, man.
That's a great question. I'm not even just. That's a fantastic question.
Yeah, because I think that's what the confusion is with Drifty and the other people who dislike Mane. Because I think the thing with Mane, he never hides. He always shoots for the ball. But sometimes when he does that, he overthinks it and his decision making is off. And someone might say, oh, well, every time Mane gets the ball, he's doing something wrong. But you, Drifty, might say he's involved. So yeah, I just want to know your guys' thoughts on that.
Yeah, man.
That's a good shot, bro. That's a good shot. I can't even lie.
Yeah, so big up, guys. Big up.
Big
up. Yeah,
no,
bless, bro. Bless. Big up, man.
Blessings, bro.
Phenomenal question again.
That's a great question.
Delivers,
I can't even lie.
But it's helpful though. It is helpful. No, I'm not even just saying for people in the comments. It's helpful for us to kind of explain to people as well where we're coming from, because we probably have neglected to do that.
Yeah, because we've never really because here's the thing. Because I remember, in fact, there was a conversation where Jiff was like, "Nah, but he was involved in the game. Yeah, his finishing was a bit iffy, but Mane never highly took people on, whatever." But we were like, "Yeah, but the end product was poor." And again, decision making was iffy. Questioning, can he still beat his man how we used to? It's how you see the game. Like how is he still effective? Because in my opinion, this is how I see it. Yeah.
And by the way, when you say those things, I agree with the points you lot are making. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I think here's the thing. Mane doesn't hide. That's correct. And I think he will always try no matter what. But when things, even for him, still go wrong, I would still class you as ineffective. So even though like you're trying your hardest and you want the ball all the time, but then your decision making or like you keep missing a target and whatnot, I would dare I would say you're ineffective. So therefore, I probably would say you're having a bad game. Where some others might look at it and go, yeah, but if he's always receiving the ball and looking dangerous and still trying to take people on, is he not still being effective? He's just not being as effective as you would like? That's a hard question. I can't even lie, bro. That's a really hard one.
You know, the perfect word you just said there, Matt, was dangerous. And that was why I always believed that Mane's not having as bad as a game as everyone says, because he's always our most dangerous player. Even if he's not playing well, even if his form is way down, even if he is missing chances he should be scoring, he always in every game is our most dangerous player. And I don't underestimate his work rate backwards as well. I think a lot of people have slept on how hard he works and how hard he has worked for the last 4 years defensively. And the relationship is Jay-Z and Beyonce down the left. I've always said it with Robertson, like it's different. And I think to some extent as well last season, not to put the blame on anyone else, because Robbo deserves a break. But I think Robbo's slight dip in form also affected Mane a little bit as well. I think people kind of maybe didn't see the correlation because their relationship was so great. That remember, Robbo had a different form last season as well, and I think that might actually have affected Mane as well. So I fully agree with you like that. Mane's not his old self. I'm not delusional as much as I love the guy.
Demo's kind of said, so this is my thing now. If you've had a good game for me, so if you've had a bad game, it's one of two things. You've just been completely ineffective, or whenever you've had situations where you could have been effective, you've wasted them. And this is where I think where the disconnect comes in, especially probably between me and you, Drift. I think there's a difference between being dangerous and busy. I think recently Mane's been very busy, and again, of all the times I've criticized him, if I have, then I'm completely wrong. I've never thought he cowers away, doesn't hide, he still gets back, track back, does his thing. But for what his main thing on the pitch is, when he doesn't deliver that, it's hard to pick at the other stuff and be like, yeah, but those things get him out of jail. In the same way, we know Trent, his main thing on the pitch is to create. But if he's not creating and then he's bad defensively as well, it means his game is terrible. Whereas if he sets up 3, but someone goes past him and they score 1 from it, I'm still all right with it. But with Mane, because he's getting into the positions, because he's the most busy player at the time, and then that nothing's coming from it, I can't let him get away with it. And it's like, even the Leeds game, I know he scored the 3rd goal, but for him to get 10 chances and only score 1, that's the equivalent of someone who's playing darts, for example, and they hit the bullseye on the 10th shot, and then everyone goes and says, what a fantastic session they've had. For me, it'd be like, wow, they missed 9 before that though. And yes, context comes into it because some were blocked, some weren't. But the Mane of old walks away with at least a hat trick in that game. But at the same time, I don't think he's on decline. I just don't think he's as good as he was at his peak. And his peak for me was untouchable in world football at the time.
18-19
to 1920 was no one for me was touching him in world football. No Neymar, no one.
I mean, the thing I would say is, and Demo's actually going to hate me for this, I agree with you that there's a difference between busy and dangerous. Minamino's busy. No, because I just need to put you know what I mean? I need a
the moment you said Demo's not going to like this, I knew you were going to draw for Minamino.
Minamino's busy. Mane's not busy. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Nice, true though.
And the one thing that I think is a bit unfair on Mane as well is, a lot of the times he does fluff the end bit. I do agree with you. And he is starting to even frustrate me. Don't get me wrong. I'm defending him. But he is frustrating me as well. But a lot of the time, though, he'll create the chance he misses. And no one will give him the credit for even making the chance in the first place, which I think is a big part of football as well. I think a lot of people forget. If you play a beautiful 1-2, do a little nutmeg or something, but then you miss the shot, you created that goal for yourself. So it is a bit harsh to really go in on you when, if you didn't have the ability to do that in the first place, that chance doesn't even create itself. Do you get what I mean? He's not just getting balls whipped in and he's just getting on the end of them and all he was supposed to do was score the goal and he keeps fluffing that. He's playing beautiful 1-2s, making runs, doing loads of things. And yeah, he's fucking up the finish, but he was still integral in the chance being created. So I just think people have been way too harsh comparing Mane to Mane, which I get, but his level was so high, it was bound to drop to some degree, even for a period of time, because Mane was living on a planet where, as you said, Cal, we was actually having conversations about is he better than Neymar? And that is a big deal to be having a conversation of who's a better left wing about Mane and Neymar.
I said it loads of times, and we went back and forth, and it was always Mane for me.
So that's how high the level is. Do you get what I mean? So I hope he regains his finishing, but I think what Matt said is key. And Matt, you know, I teased Matt a little bit from before, so I'm actually going to apologize now, bro, because even though I knew it, it was just funny that you kept saying it, but you kept saying confidence is key. Confidence is key. And at the time, it was just becoming funny, like, bro, is everybody going to be confident? But you're actually on the money. That's why I'm a man. I'll say I'm actually sorry for teasing you for it, because I think confidence right now, I think Robbo suffered a little bit of lack of confidence last season with fatigue. He had a bit of a dip. I think Mane right now is over trying. I think Naby suffered a lot of I think quite a few of our players, it's not actually their ability. I think they've just lost that little bit of belief in themselves, and now they're over trying. They're doing things unnaturally. And Mane is an instinctive footballer. And when you're an instinctive footballer, don't think, just do it. So as soon as he starts thinking, he's fucking up straight away anyway. Do you get what I mean? He's not a thinking man's footballer. He's not a Thiago or an Alonso, where their man's game is about thinking. It's all about assessing the situation, knowing where to play the pass. Their man a thinking man's footballer. They need Hazard, Mane. These men instinctive. Don't think, just do it, bro. And as soon as they start thinking, they start overcooking it, and then you end up with burnt pasta. You know what I mean? And it's hard to burn the pasta, but these men are burning the pasta right now. And it's like, just stop thinking and just do it. So you're right. You're right.
Chelsea Wolf, please don't bring this up again, ever again. I did rate Ronaldinho. I rate Ronaldinho. I just made a bad mistake saying he wasn't elite. Look, I'll cook me for saying he wasn't elite. You can't spread lies that I didn't rate him. Don't do that, because the hate and all the DMs will get very, very rough for me. I need.
You know what? Powers overdone his time now when the runner did it. Like,
no,
you've gone through enough.
No, I haven't
done his time on that one now.
There's certain crimes in life, bro. You're just always gonna be labelled, and that's my one, isn't it?
You've gone through enough. I can't even lie.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk into certain times when we're doing filming with other channels, going, oh, there's that man, isn't it? Yeah, the idiot who said Ronaldinho guy. Waste man. But we're filming with him. All right, watch what I do to him on camera. like, I just know it's gonna happen.
I've seen people do way worse. That Man United guy the other day, bless him, he said Bruno is better than Gerrard. That's a mistake.
Yeah, that's bad. That's
a mistake, bro.
I've been getting street about that. I'm just like,
blasphemy at his
highest, talk to him. Talk to him. Got some super chats before we head off. So Ash says, losing the final in FA Cup final to United, scoring the winner, and Liverpool in the white suits and Fowler with the bleached hair. And even after losing, I knew this was my team. That was his earliest memory. Dinesh said,
that would have been a pimping decision to win.
I trust.
It's only because we lost. Hindsight is very easy.
That's true. That's true.
Hindsight is very easy. You know, everyone's worn a suit to the rave, and if you didn't get the girl on the way home, would have got brushed. So it's very easy to cuss man after the fact. You know?
Kadir says Cal still serving time for the Ronaldinho slander. Rob, shall I tell you what? Every time I go to parole, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm working in the kitchen, I'm working in the library, I haven't been in no fights. Okay. Yes, we're gonna get the decision back to you. Every time I just get that letter, they slide it under my door, and I'm just like, they've added more time onto my sentence for what? Don't get it.
They treat him like a credit check. Like, you knew you didn't have bad credit. We're making it worse.
Yeah, how dare you? How dare you try to take out 3 contracts at the same time?
Already knew you had bad credit. We're gonna make that worse now.
Facts. Dinesh said, my first memory of Liverpool was Ian Rush scoring the winning double in 86 in the FA Cup final against Everton. Big.
I've seen the footage. That was big.
Yeah, still. That was big. Mr. Dare I Say It just says Ghana's World Cup team got me into football in 2010. I was 12 years old. Big, yeah, that was big.
Well, Asamoah Gyan in there, man. There.
Yeah. And the dancing when they scored.
Was that the Appiah team? Was that the Stefan Appiah
I think
team?
that's the Stephen Appiah team.
Appiah was my guy. Oh my
Appiah, and there was another one. Is it Montari?
Montari.
Blood.
That team was big still.
Promos asks, what's your favorite skill move in football?
Ooh. The flip flap. One of R9's invention.
I don't know. Generally don't know.
You know, you just whoopsie.
The flip flap.
Flip flap is definitely up there.
I've had someone do the flip flap to me at speed.
I swear down. I remember someone and nutmeg
you can
them.
break an ankle with that flip flop. You know?
I remember I went football with my uncle one time, and bro, I flip flop one brother, and obviously I done it, but it went forward and went through his legs, bro, and I ran round him.
The nutmeg flip flap.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. If that was ever filmed, horrible.
The nutmeg flip flap is
horrible.
Yeah, he didn't nutmeg me, but you remember that fight with David Price and Povetkin when Price caught Povetkin and he just started stumbling all the way back to the corner?
Yeah,
that was me. That was me still. That was me. That was me. Got me good. Akash says, come on, man. Suarez was a brilliant dribbler. I don't know if he was a brilliant. I think he was a good dribbler.
No, he was good. No, do you know what it is? He was effective, but there's a difference between being effective and
he kind of bulldozed his way through though a little bit.
Yeah, because
I feel like he was. Yeah, he was bulldozing. He wasn't elegant. He wasn't. Elegant.
Yeah, good, decent, like change of direction, but the feet weren't like. All right, let me give you an example. I would arguably say when they were both in their primes, Kun Aguero was a better dribbler than Suarez. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Kadir just hit man.
360.
You see, when I learned to do the 360, I tried to do it every single time I played football,
bro.
Do you know what?
Even now, I still pull it out.
360 is it's don't. I'm gonna get cooked for this. Maybe I shouldn't even say this. I think when you do,
I need some of the heat taken off me.
I think when you pull it off, the 360 is a very beautiful skill. But I actually think, in its essence, it's one of the most basic skills in football because I think everybody can do it.
No, it's the timing. It's the timing that makes it.
Yeah. It is the time, but the actual skill itself, Cal, everybody can do it though. Do you get what I mean? Like it's a very simplistic skill that everybody. I tell you what
it's like. It's like throwing an uppercut, in it. Everyone can throw an uppercut, but not everyone can time a perfect uppercut.
Yeah, and not even that. Yes, it's the technique, everything.
But the timing and the skill are two different things, though. Do you get what I mean? Like I reckon you could actually get Stevie and Kyrie to actually do a 360 right now if you taught them. Do you get what I mean? Like it is a basic skill. It's just very effective when the timing is bang on. When the timing is bang on, it's one of the best looking things in football.
Let me ask you a quick question: who was a better dribbler, Aguero or Suarez?
I'd go with Aguero. You know,
Suarez, I think.
Do you know what it's so? All right, so it's kind of mad. I would.
Suarez is more of a skillful player than Aguero.
I would say. So this is gonna sound weird.
He was a more elegant dribbler.
Yeah.
If there was like, if there was a bit of, actually, but then again, I don't know. That kind of negates the way I'm thinking about
to me
space.
always look like at the end of a race where you're trying to get over the line first.
That's because his running style was mad. I'm not gonna lie, his running style was crazy.
Looked like he was about to fall over, like he's trying his.
People are sleeping on Aguero's dribbling, you know. People like even Atletico Madrid Aguero and early days Man City.
It's facts, isn't it? It was David Luiz.
That was his thing, though. That was his thing. But Aguero could. Do you know what it is? Aguero done the slalom thing. Like Aguero could weave at high speed as well.
He's an ugly dribbler. That is a good way to put it. Suarez is an ugly dribbler.
Type in Aguero dribbles, people, if you think sleeping on Aguero.
Samson UK says Suarez versus United for Couts tapping case shut, Matt.
What's that?
I don't think that was dribbling. That was just skills. He just kept like copying everyone. He wasn't really.
But when he against Man United, I remember he beat the right back.
He beat about 3 players in that.
Raphael, Wes Brown, couple man.
No, that was good, but I'm not gonna. No, I guarantee you, I could probably go on YouTube right now and find a compilation of Aguero's dribbles, and man will be on the floor, bro. Don't get twisted. People are sleeping on Aguero, you know.
You might be right. Jamrock says, who created that beat? Was it Timbaland or Hitmaker for our Twitch intro?
I drop it.
Drop it, Matt. Drop it. Drifty or Matt. Drop it.
One second.
Come on, Matt. We need to hear the banger still. Come on.
Yeah, the banging thing. All right. That's all they're getting, fam.
Yeah, man, feeling that still, man. I have to write some lyrics to that still. Holla, man.
I can actually imagine a hard gig over that beat,
bro.
When the beat goes, you're just oh. You're chilling with Kopish. Hey, drop it again, Matt. Let it play. Oh. You know what to
Oh man.
Hermanshi said, guys, Del Piero, in my opinion, was better than Baggio and Costa. Not Costa for me.
Del Piero was
hard.
I don't think he was better than Baggio, but he's probably better than Rui, though.
Yeah,
I think so.
I agree. Sam Matt's Legend says, what's your most rated centenary kit from any team? For me, the Barca kit. I've bought it and now I've seen it on eBay selling for $, thinking like FSG.
The value will just keep going up.
The value will go up, bro. Keep it. Yeah.
I'd have to actually have a look.
I'm not sure.
I don't pay
bro.
attention as much to other kits like that. I think I'm biased. I love our centenary kit. So yeah. Eastwood said, let the beat ride. Let it ride, man. I'm looking to drop a quick 8 bars still, bro. Can you just let the thing ride, bro?
You sure, fam?
You man aren't really feeling the beat, bro, because I think man are ready for it.
I am actually freaked out about how on the money Cal's Giggs impression.
I know, but you know what's gonna happen? Giggs is gonna see this and be like,
I'm gonna see him one day. Oh yeah, you're my man. You're Callum, yeah. So you think you can just start doing my voice and that, yeah? You know what I'm about, bruv. Don't even just stop doing it, innit? Stop doing it. I'm gonna have to do a bit of a
you know what? Big up Giggs anyway. Big up Giggs. We might have to get him on the dub, fam.
Messi FC said, oh no, you've got that one already. AA said, Man City will be deadly when technology reaches the level to create people about here being thirsty for atmosphere like Anfield. Jamrock says,
in the crowd.
Yeah. City building a strong squad, strong fan base in the USA. That could be shout as well. Azim said, quick one. Did you see Sonny's comments on Origi and Klopp on the football terrace after the AC game? Absolute madness. Yeah, we addressed it.
We touched on it a bit earlier.
Ash said best skill was R9 with the triple step over in in the cup final, and he left the keeper with a bad knee after it. And he did the flip flap and throws free. Yeah.
If anyone can go watch,
I remember the knees just crumbling. I remember the goalkeeper's knees were crumbling, and I was like, "Oh, that's bad."
Man said the goalkeeper's knees were crumbling. You know,
but they were at right angles. His knees.
No,
were
I know. All my foot was Jacob's crackers.
Like his knee was like this, man. His knee was like this.
No, I remember. I remember.
His knee, his leg looked like he was doing the Egyptian dance. It's dumb. Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Skirtle said, would you have Gerrard and Martin Kelly right back come in this team and play a whole season, or have Prime Suarez, but you have to play Brad Jones in goal for the whole season? I'm taking Gerrard and Martin Kelly.
Yeah, because even though Gerrard is not a natural right back, Gerrard would do better.
No, Martin Kelly and Gerrard.
So
Martin Kelly would be the backup.
No, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'd actually put Brad Jones in goal and bring back Prime Suarez.
No, because that means a whole season of Brad Jones in goal.
Yeah, but a whole season of no Trent.
No, I think he would be in the squad. I think Martin Kelly would be in the squad. I don't think he replaces Trent from that.
No, I'll read it again. I thought he said no Trent.
Oh no, he does. Yeah, come in the whole season.
Oh, he says no Trent.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I would actually put Brad Jones in goal to have a prime Suarez up front and keep Trent in the team. I can't lie, I would.
Yeah, I would as well.
So Brad Jones would be in goal though.
Brad Jones wasn't the worst ever.
Brad Jones, I'm not gonna lie. Brad Jones was meaty. I can't even lie. He was, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Brad Jones, you know,
he was bad. Zabiri said,
he went as bad. He obviously went about Adrian though. So
he said, "I need my question answered, man. I opened the stream and thought I was on screen. I think we read out your one, Zabiri. Geordie T, Gertz had a similar issue and look how his career went. That was to do with the Ronaldo stuff you'll talk about, Drift, which is facts.
No, Gertz's was an intestinal problem.
Yeah, it was dietary, some sort of a dietary.
Yeah. I don't think it was hypothyroidism. His one might have been a bit more serious. I think like he had like a real proper he couldn't even eat and stuff like
yeah.
Gertz's
he couldn't digest his food.
Definitely his health-wise career went the way it did, without a doubt. Gertz was a baller.
Yeah. Ash says R9 carving up Lazio, was it 1999 Cup final? And he's just got laughing face. Yeah. Johnny HD said St. Max is different gravy, man. Trust. Yeah, Drifty.
Drifty loves St. Max. Yeah. He's a St. Max brother. Can't lie, St. Max is quality though. He's good. Yeah. One thing I'll say though is, as good as St. Max does look, can he play that in a slightly more disciplined team? Because you see for Newcastle, he's playing as a second striker, Drift. Whereas I feel like he wouldn't be allowed to do that at Liverpool, so to speak. So I think it'll be, let's just say he's 4-3-3, he plays on one of the wings. Could he do the defending thing as well? You think so?
Yeah. But I see him doing defending at Newcastle now, bro.
No, fair enough. These are questions because I think mostly Newcastle play
very do everything. If Callum Wilson isn't playing, it's actually St. Max versus the world. I'm not even joking.
No. I hear you, but sometimes a player can look better playing for a lesser team and he's asked to do a lot because he's amazing. But then when he comes to an amazing team, he doesn't look as good.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. He might not stand out.
I still think it'd be good though. It'd be better than what them. No disrespect. Don't
even say the names. Don't even say the names.
Yeah, I won't even say the names.
St. Max for Liverpool is an absolute game changer in terms of having that X factor play. I'm telling you, bro.
100%. Sam Max says, "Did you guys come up with your team with cars?" No, we will do that this week though for our members. We will.
Oh, team of cars.
Yeah. And Eastwood said, "Is he going for a bad patch?" Speaking about Mane.
Mane.
Time will tell. That's the beautiful thing about football. We'll be able to find out. Shout out to Mussolini, who just become a new member of ours as well.
Big up.
On that though, guys, I've got to be honest. We're not sure what we're doing yet regarding the watch along tomorrow. So keep an eye on our social media for that.
Might be a bit techie.
Yeah, might be a techie one.
Looking at the technical logistics.
Yeah, we will be live straight after the game though. We will be live straight after the game.
Have to be put into place. 3 p.m. game and that.
Yeah. It could be techies still. You don't want to be put your hands on the ground. Like, you don't want to be hearing that. Hands where we can see him. Don't want to be getting pulled up on YouTube like that. Also, guys, make sure you check out fansbet.com. Get your free bets in as well, and also check out all the amazing stuff that they do. We have partnered up with them as well this season so far, and they've been absolutely brilliant. So make sure you check them out. Check out their YouTube channel as well. You'll see us free appearing on their YouTube channel as well. So make sure you look into that as well.
So can I just quickly say something?
Go on.
For all of the people that are stat people but want to rinse Mane, I just want to say he's got 7 goals in 10 games this season for club and country. Not bad. Not bad statistics.
Samson UK says, enough of this R9 slander. He's untouchable. He's Mbappe and Haaland rolled into one. These young bloods and FIFA heads just weren't there. Very true.
Very true.
But people, if you haven't smashed the like button already, please do. One question we want to ask everyone in the comments to answer is, what is the first Kop-Ish video you watched? What was the first video you came across when you came onto our channel? Let us know in the comments below. We'd be very intrigued to know, people. Very intrigued to know. But as I said, make sure, people, you look out for us on social media. We'll be dropping any details of what we're doing tomorrow. We'll definitely be going live after the game. We're not sure about the game itself yet, but make sure you keep an eye out. Matt Drift, anything you want to say before we take the people out?
Actually, I want to say
I'm feeling the beat so much. It's like I just want to play it all through. But you got to be Twitch gang.
Yeah,
now.
you got to be on the Twitch.
You got to be.
I was just about to say the same thing, bro. Do you want to know something? Before we go, we'll hit you with this.
Jordan.
Yes, people.
Join Twitch now, people.
Join Twitch
now.
Join Twitch, people.
I know. Enough love, people. Until we see you tomorrow, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kop-Ish. We're out. Take it easy.
Peace.
Logista.